Welcome back to the game, everyone. In our last session, the party had stopped at the to quote Grun, the Bird's Boob Inn, for a night, and then moved on to continue traveling toward the town of Morford. They had came to a bridge across the wide stream here, and during their cross of that bridge, they had encountered a few obstacles in their way in the form of a group of lizard men. The party handily dealt with that and with them as they had just started moving back down the road toward the town of Morford. So I'll have you guys pick it up from there. Are we really adding that to my...
Somebody's about to lose their map touching privileges.
I know how it got corrupted, Jason.
Do you now? Actually, I already know how my file got corrupted, but that was my fault. Okay, so you're moving down the road, and it was midday when you I believe when you dealt with the lizard men. I know you did some looting of the bodies and things like that. There, we handled all that at the end of the session last time. As you continue to head northwest, the day starts to become, oh, there it is. I'm looking too hard for something that's right on my screen. Oh, the day starts to get cooler and noticeably darker as a storm starts to roll in.
Yeah. Can we tell about how far off it is, like before we need to make camp?
Give me a nature check. Oh, Corum with that 11 there. So
I was going to say, being in the front, can I also take a quick look?
Sure.
Not any better.
So Q and Corum, they study the skies and look at the weather. They look back and go, "It's going to storm in probably the next 2 or 3 hours."
Garden's okay with that. Storm's cool.
Wonder if there's a place where we could set up camp and get some shelter from the rain.
You can start looking for one.
Yeah.
It doesn't take you all too long. The rain has just begun to start misting down, not really raining yet. It's the edges of the storm getting closer to you. When you find a clearing off the side of the road that's decent to make camp in. There's a break of trees there to kind of break the storm a little bit. So you definitely have time to get set up before the bulk of the storm starts coming in.
I'm cool with that.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys begin making camp. Are you pitching tents?
Okay, we don't have a wagon. Is that correct? I'm trying to remember if we had a wagon or not.
No, you do not have a wagon.
Okay.
I mean, you ought to be carrying tents across your packs. I mean, they're not huge. I guess Grun could set his outhouse up and crawl in it if it got too bad.
I can't lay down in it though. Otherwise, I would.
You can when the wind tips it.
Well, you know, my hooves tend to fall asleep if I sit there for too long.
I imagine we would try to tent up a little and build whatever little bit of shelter that we can.
But are we looking for like a specific spot that is not as easy for a bunch of lizard men to attack, rather than just putting tents out in the open? And Grun would suggest that at least.
Personally, I'm more worried about the actual storm coming in than more lizard men.
Your priorities are messed up, Q.
Well,
have you been caught outside in the middle of a thunderstorm or tornado? Or any of that?
I don't understand
more
the problem.
Dangerous than some lizard men.
The spot you found, it's got a small copse of trees. It kind of screens you a little bit from easy sight from the road, but it's not. I mean, it's on high enough ground to where in your bedrolls in the morning.
Okay,
perfect.
I mean, you can look on further if you want to. That's up to you all.
I mean,
I would like to.
I don't know if we need like an insight or something to see how secure we think this spot is, or we think like we're screwed.
Okay, well, give me a let's see, insight work.
I guess that's me, huh?
Yeah. Look at that! Look at that Grun! Oh, lightning and Grun going. Guys, nice camp spot. Not very defensible.
Everything is
And then we have a Grun.
All right, let's keep going. Let's find a better. Come on, Ranger dude. Find us a good spot.
Okay, I guess we'll move on and keep looking.
Give me a survival check there, Ranger dude.
Is somebody a ranger?
That's why I'm talking to you, Q, in general. I know that's not your class, but
yeah. Can I also have Oscar out scouting about, looking to see if he can see anything? Yeah. Does that give me advantage? Or?
I can give you advantage.
Oh, so Oscar's the Ranger. Okay.
That's fine. I'll call him the Ranger.
Isn't that what a Ranger is?
Ah, jeez. That's horrible.
So you begin scouting ahead, actually. Scouting and looking. An hour passes. The misting rain has now become a steady drizzle, and you begin to hear the rumble of thunder in the distance coming from the storm. You've not found spots. You found a couple. One was very literally down in a bowl.
Yeah, we hear you.
So it wouldn't have been very good if it rained a whole lot.
Yeah, I think we're prioritizing weather above defensibility.
Yeah.
Can Bertra see if she can find a cave? Because she's quite used to the mountains. I'm sure she
Sure. There's not a whole lot. I mean, you're kind of moving out of the Dragon Fangs, but you still are kind of in the hills, so there might be a cave or something around here you could get into.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
It's like I could get mic and not headset, and then headset but not mic.
Survival roll.
For who?
Bertram.
So, Bertram, you don't find any caves. You find a few divots in the ground, but nothing that would amount to being a cave.
Grun's getting frustrated at our people that think are Rangers.
Another hour has passed. The rain has now become a steady downpour of rain.
All right, Grun's going to try. Is that okay, or is that excessive?
I would like to assist. Oh wait, he doesn't.
So as everybody's going by and looking, Grun stops and just kind of points at a rise just off the edge of, well, it's not off the edge, but the ground rises up and there's a divot, and he kind of rides over and he looks and he comes back and he goes, over here, guys, over here. And he's found a place. It was kind of hard to spot.
Actually, Jason, if I could actually point it out, I'd walk up next to Q. I'd look over at the spot where it is. I'd look at Q. I'd look over the spot again, just waiting for Q to say, "Oh, there's one." And I'll say, "Yeah, that's a good job."
So Q, Grun comes up and is riding beside you, and he keeps staring off at the spot and looking back at you, and stares at the spot and looks back at you, stares at the spot and looks back at you. Finally, he starts bumping his horse into you and staring at the spot.
I am perfectly intent on ignoring this. I was fine being in a better spot for the rain. I'm not worried about defense.
Hey, at least we're like 2 hours further down the road now.
All right. If Q didn't say anything, Grun's okay, over here, guys. This is a very defensible spot. Let's camp here.
And not only is it a defensible spot, but the way the spot works out is the road at this point is a little bit lower down, and this hill goes up, and it's like it goes up and it goes into a level spot that dips down just a little bit. So your campsite would be completely out of the sight of the road, but someone who was setting up just a little bit from the edge of your campsite could look down and see the entire road below them.
Of course.
And it's in a copse of trees as well, so it will help break the storm, which is a good thing, because about that point, that's when the real thunder and the lightning start. And it starts literally huge flashes of lightning in the sky.
All right, I'm going to move in there.
Grun's going to stand on the edge, looking over the valley, whatever, in defiance of the storm and the lightning.
Okay.
What did lightning do to you?
I was going to say, he's not the first time he's defied lightning.
Hey, we were all thinking of ways to bring that joke in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Just for that thing, I'm going to take inspiration cards from all of you.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I thought that was pretty good. What are you talking about? I should get another one.
Worth it. That's worth it. Take it.
Oh, you were part of the joke.
No.
You were almost key to the joke.
So, set up camp is no big deal, but by the time you guys get camp set up, it's raining at this point, pouring down the rain. Are you going to have a campfire or just crash, or what's the plans here?
Don't think we need a campfire. It would just draw attention to us. That's Grun's opinion.
And I mean, like, if we're sheltered, it's dry in here. It's like, it's not cold, is it?
No, it's not.
We're like between the mountains, but
Yeah, it's not cold. You're still in a tropical climate.
And wet wood makes a ton of smoke.
But to try and make a little sort of like shelter with some logs and sort of like leaning them up against each other. You know, the sort of things I'm talking about.
Yeah, very familiar with them.
Yeah. Just like to find some wood and start doing that.
Okay, give me a survival check. Watch you roll a 1.
Can I assist?
Too late. So Bertrand manages to find some stuff and begins assembling a lean-to style shelter. It doesn't take her long to put together what appears to be a fairly decent shelter. However, while it's substantial and the logs are fairly good size and it fits her very well, it doesn't seem to do much for keeping the rain off of her because it's leaking like.
Bertrand, take some of my coats.
some of my coats.
Okay. She'll lay them on top of the thing.
That makes it somewhat better. At least it stops, pouring water down like in like a dozen different spots. It pretty much accumulates to one spot in one area that you can work around. Of course, the ground underneath is nice and wet at this point too. So,
I could have swore we bought tents back in
You
that
did.
last.
You
Oh,
tents.
I'm looking
You
for
did.
my
You
notes.
just didn't buy a wagon. I said you had tents on your horses.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
put it on the character sheet because it weighs a lot, but I assume that we're on
Yeah.
Yeah, do we each need to roll a survival check to see how well we set up our tents?
To set your tents up? No.
Okay.
He was building a shelter out of natural.
Gotcha.
Wait, we have tents?
Well, some of us bought a tent. Did you buy a tent?
Actually, you all did at one point. I remember you all comment about it.
Yeah.
So after a little bit, you guys pitch your tent camp, get things set up. What's the plan on watches for the night?
Corbin's going to take first watch.
Roglan's going to be on first watch with him.
Okay.
Keep in mind, Roglan, Corum only needs 4 hours. Will take 4 hours for his first watch, so you may only take half the first one.
Yeah, Roglan, Corm's an elf.
Yeah, that's part of why he's 20 years.
Oh, gotcha. I forgot.
Not hates per se, but it's did you take?
He hasn't made that clear yet, has he?
Yeah, well, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of, in the bar. It was his pointed dismissal and ignoring. Was it Corian, or was it Corum was trying to talk to him and just kind of turned and went back to Lightning and Birchrock?
I was assuming it was Corum. Corum's the only full elf, at least.
Want to take another stab at that, Corum?
Let's say.
Did you get it make a full elf this time?
Yeah, that's why I asked if you want the first half or the second half.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Man, ignorant of your own kind. Very disappointed.
All right. Well, I guess he hates us both then. I could have sworn you were half elf.
No, wood elf. And I think you're high elf.
Passes without incident. Other than the
moon.
The storm continues to get more intense as the night goes on. At one point, as you're laying in your tents, thankful that you have your tents, those that are on duty, on watch, the lightning is so intense, you can actually hear it going through the air before thunder hits.
I'm just picturing lightning flying through the air right now.
All of the coats fluttering majestically.
Yeah, you can actually hear the lightning going through the air before the crack, and then when it does finally, the thunder crack comes, you can feel it in your chest. That's how. About a half hour before the first watch, not the first watch, the second watch, because I know that Quorum will go through this to the second watch, being an elfy type person. The storm starts to let up. Who's on the third watch? Technically third. Second watch for the group.
Oh, the other elf. So Roglan's going to have to stay awake for that shift.
All night. So this is how they actually haze Roglan. This is how the elves do watch, and Roglan gets no sleep whatsoever.
There's a subtle dexterous fist bump. It's a really shitty score compared to my dex. We got plus.
So you guys are both.
I know you better. Don't worry.
Yes, they're both full elves.
At least we connected because the 10 and 10, I think, is needed.
You both have awkward handshakes.
One of us went for the fist bump. The other one went for the handshake. Then when we switched to the handshake, I flipped to the fist bump. I'm like,
No. I think
that awkward bro hug.
A more disparity in the rolls, like a 20 and a 2 or something would definitely be that.
You just punch them.
By the morning watch, by the waning hours of the morning watch, the storm has now petered down just to an all-day or an all-night kind of rain. It's just a steady. It's not flooding you or anything like that. It's just a steady, constant rain coming down whenever you get up for the morning and start to go about your business of the morning and getting ready to leave and break camp.
Jason, did you see my whisper?
Yes, you can. And go insight.
Oops.
Yeah.
I guess I should have whispered that,
It's
but
okay.
doesn't matter.
It appears to be natural.
Okay.
Hey, everyone, just know, Grun got a 14. Can I insight his insight check to know what he insight?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not going to tell you. Because he'd have probably done it from inside his tent.
Gross.
You know, yeah. In the middle of camp?
He's just checking to make sure no one's looking. I
So-
was all by myself.
I noticed that you have hairy palms, just saying. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. As you break camp and start moving out on the road, you're not on the road very long. Whenever Q sings out that there is people ahead.
Can you be a little more descriptive there, please?
I don't know. Can I be a little bit more descriptive there?
Q, you see. Well, actually, I'll whisper it to Q, and then he can go from there. How's that? Whisper.
I think we need a formal, signals of bird sounds to where, you can tell Q something, and he can literally, caw 3 times and then, bark once or something. Let us know distance and quantity.
What bird do you know that barks?
Well, I'm just saying, forest animal. All right.
Animals.
Ravens. Ravens can bark.
It's a
Parrots.
ranger owl. It can bark.
Parrots can bark.
Yes, they can mimic. I wouldn't say they bark. But pick some birds. I'm pretty sure I can handle birds of any kind, being a falconer or falconist.
Falconer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called a falconist. Speaking as the only falconist in the group, you have to trust me on that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
that bird is called a mockingbird, and they're a pain in the butt. I have one that lives here by my house.
It's a
Looks like
falconist.
lightning's about to believe everything I say.
Oh.
Anyways, it looks like a group of 20 to 30 people. They're pulling some carts and wagons. Do they have any horses, Jason?
No.
Doesn't look like it.
You're telling this to us?
Yes.
So
It looks like more refugees.
That's
honestly.
are they more refugees or bandits?
Any weapon. Well, I'm assuming.
Sure.
No, they appear to be regular folk.
How many of them did you say?
20. Looks like they're trying to bring.
That's
they're
a lot of
fleeing
people. I guess nothing to worry about. That's what our ranger dude says.
Keep in mind, though, most of you are riding war horses. Weapons over your shoulders or on your saddles. One of you's riding a rhino or a rhino. So they're a little bit trepidatious of you, but the group as you approach, because it's still raining, so but as they get closer, you can tell that they're pulling. Most of them are pulling carts. There are a few animals there pulling the wagons, a couple horses, things like that. That was hard to see from a distance, or at least make out the way the road bends. When Q spotted them, but not many animals. They seem to have pretty much. Well, they seem to be imitating the Beverly Hillbillies. They have everything possible strapped to their carts and wagons, and are headed toward Freyhurst.
All right, I'll be respectful of them and let them kind of go by.
Oh, well, Grun's not.
All right.
Go ahead.
Just say, are you guys fleeing Morford as well?
Town's done for.
Like it's already been burned to the ground, or the bandits have just taken over?
Bandit attacks every night. We left a week ago.
More of the lizard folk.
Don't remember seeing many lizard folk. Then there might have been a few mixed in. Mostly people.
All right, so I just got to clarify something, Jason. Just out of characters. Weren't we told by the other people that there were lizard men that were attacking the town? Or did I get that mixed up?
They said they saw lizard men. This person indicates that he didn't see lizard folk.
All right, just want to make sure I didn't screw that up.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Someone in the back says, yeah, there were lizard and folk among them. Saw some myself.
All right, well, just keep an eye out. We had a small incursion back there at the bridge. Which way does that river flow? Towards us or away from us?
Probably toward you where you're at right now, because you're coming down the mountains or down the pass. So
okay. So Grun would just warn them that we had to take care of some lizard men on the way back there. So
A lot of
yeah. So may not want to travel out in the open road like this.
When you get near the bridge, you might want to rush across.
Couple of them nod. Thank you.
Before you guys go, did any of you guys see a large creature or beast with this group of bandits?
One of them, a younger, but he's in the awkward stage there. 11, 12 boy speaks. Yeah, I saw him. He was big.
Can you describe it?
It flies.
Okay.
Any colors? Did you see what it does? Did it breathe anything? Did it just jump on stuff? Did it shoot things?
It had big wings and a frill down its neck with two big horns around the front and the side of its head, like one of those billy goats. Horns come down around the side of his head. Only they didn't curl; they just came out straight.
Did it have wings like a bat or like a bird?
Or a batty bird?
Don't confuse the lad.
You see him kind of get a little thoughtful at that. He goes, more like a bat, probably.
Is there something
Did you see any colors on it, or did you tell a color?
Well, it was dark. I mean, I only caught a glimpse or two of it. It was right at dusk.
Okay.
Would any of us have an idea of what this is based on his description, or do we need to roll something for that, Jason?
Nature checks would be the best check, probably.
It's a giant bat. Hey, there we go. Ranger dude.
Thank you, fighter guy.
You're welcome. Oh, he must be typing it to Q, so Q can fuck with me and not tell me what it is.
The worst part is, I have a theory on what it was anyways, and if I was Dash, I probably would have more information to give. But nope, don't know what that is. Never heard of it. Q won't say anything in front of the village people.
Right.
till we get a ways down there.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to pass. And there is more than a few children amongst the group, even younger than this lad. One in particular points at Grun to the point where the mother actually tells her to quit pointing, and she's being rude.
I'll playfully look down at the little kid and kind of like snort really loud.
Do the roar.
You actually hear her at one point whisper something back. She's like in a wagon with a part of a cover over top of it. Whisper something back or say something. She thinks she's whispering back to someone. Says, "Come see, there's a cow riding a horse."
Yeah, Grun will just chuckle. Then if they come out and look again, I'll go, moo.
Well, everyone's horsing around. Bertra's going to their sort of like more survival-minded ones of them and telling them about how to survive, giving advice about the mountains and sort of where.
And then they're very appreciative, and thank you for the warnings about what lay ahead of them. You can tell they, like I said, as you're interacting with the group, and it takes a good 10, 15 minutes for you guys to pass through the group, as you're going through, because it's a fairly large group of people. You can tell they've pretty much got everything strapped onto their wagons or their backs, whatever they felt they needed to take, they've taken with them.
Yeah, for what it's worth, Grun will try to approach one of them that doesn't seem freaked out about me and kind of ask him for a layout of the city somewhat, so we can get an idea, like, where's the main headquarters, the town hall, whatever, just so if we see that the city is already overrun, we can kind of plan for how we want to infiltrate, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. The couple different villages that you talked to about it, they say, well, Morford's a fairly large size community, which is something that you already know because you passed through Morford.
Oh shit! Yeah, never mind. You can scratch that. I've already been through there.
Yeah, but this would fill you in. So you're right. It's a fairly decent sized little town, and there is around that area, and they have their little plots of land and things like that, where they work the land.
Okay. So with that being said, I want to also ask him if that fortification has been taken by the bandits or if that's still held by the town folk.
Basically, what they fill you into or let you know is while that fortification is there, the problem is the bandits aren't attacking the fortification. They're usually attacking at night when people are in their homes asleep.
Okay.
And by the time the alarm is sounded, people would gather the fortification. They've already come and gone.
Okay, that makes sense.
So basically, what you get to is the bandits appear to be waging kind of a guerrilla kind of warfare on this town. Come in, raid, take what they want, and then leave.
All right. Ground will toss. Go ahead.
Did we ask if if it looks like the bandits were working with the beast or timing anything with it, or was it just two different things happening at the same time?
The group you talked to says they're not sure. Most of them say that most of the adults say they've never seen the beast, though some say they've heard it, and that oftentimes the attacks will come close to each other, but not always at the same time.
And just did I miss this? They all appear to be humanoid, the bandits?
They're humanoid, loosely speaking, but again, because they come at night, it's hard for them to tell if they're humans or lizards or orcs.
There's no corpses or like footprints or anything. Well, not that they can identify them.
Not that they can identify. No.
Okay.
Okay.
I've seen in chat, Jason. Gron will give 10 gold pieces to whoever the de facto leader is for the trouble.
Okay. So you begin passing on. You pass on through, and your groups leave, and I guess you're continuing to head toward Morford. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Jeez. And you find your way through the evening, and 2 or 3 days pass.
Before the end of that first day, once we start getting away from the group of people, once we get to our first camp, I'll pull the group together and just say, kind of based off what that kid was saying, it sounds like it's a black dragon. I don't know a lot about them, but the way he described the horns and the fin, I think the only dragon that has that is a black. I don't know if anyone knows anything about black dragon.
Or if we're formidable opponents for a black dragon, Jason.
What is known about dragons is that up until about 100 years ago, they weren't seen in the world. About 100 years ago, they emerged or re-emerged into the world. And the dragons are dangerous, but a group your size would need to be cautious around one, but might be able to handle it in the right circumstances.
So when you said they came around 100 years ago, that's when they were born, or they came into the world and already fully grown and ancient or adult or whatever?
Yes, the latter.
Okay.
About 100 years ago, they re-emerged into the world.
Okay.
The prevailing thought, and this would be more that Quorum might know this, or one of the magic users.
Or something.
Yeah, give me a history check. Just that's fine. About 100 years ago, maybe a little longer, there was a series of events involving a cult that attempted to bring the Queen of Dragons back into the world. And in doing that, they reawoke the dragons that were slumbering all around Eldarin. For the most part, the dragons had become bored with what was going on in the world and had basically just taken a long nap. And this cult's activities caused them to reawaken, and when they reawoke, they become more interested and realized that the races of the world had expanded into places where they feel they shouldn't have been. Bertra would have known a number of dragons, having maybe not dealt with them herself, but known or heard of the tribes dealing with dragons in the Graham Highlands. There's quite a few up there. They tend to be around, depending on the type of dragon, they tend to be around the mountains, the peaks, the valleys, or the swamps, that sort of thing. But up until about 100, 150 years ago, if you found one, it was back then, it was extremely rare. Now it's becoming more of a common.
Interesting. Okay.
Still a rare event, but more of a common thing to actually.
That Core knows, he'll share that with the group. He'll wait till the townsfolk are gone.
That's fine. Well, this Q.
Yeah, this is at our camp.
He waited to camp that night.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So Q shared that, and Corum was able to be like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense," and fill in some history.
So is this in relation to the whole Sakatha thing, whatever, that the bandits were supposedly worshiping? The Sakatha and a black dragon have anything to do with each other?
There's no, based on the what little you know of Sakath or Sakatha, there is no mention of a black dragon associated with this Lizard King.
Okay.
But all you really have for hard evidence on Sakath is that the song of the bard that played at the Robin Breast,
which I don't have in my notes.
However, you do have it in your notes. It's a shared handout.
Oh,
or it should be.
might be Mac's letter or Dash's letter.
No, actually,
Max?
I think
Mac's letter, or I mean, Dash's letter does talk about Sakatha.
Okay, there should be a handout there, but apparently I have not put it in here yet. I'll get that in there for you. There's supposed to be a handout for that. Apparently I didn't put it in. So that's my fault. Oops. Let me get it from my notes.
Get it from the notes.
And I'll make it a handout real quick. Not my notes. You don't get those. No. I like you guys, but you're not getting the key to all the dungeons.
Where's it at? Oh, you're putting it in?
Yeah.
Can we roll for keys to the dungeon?
You can roll. the DC on that roll is about 600.
If we all combine our powers,
you'll be Captain Planet.
Nat 20 is still a 5% chance, right?
Oh, Nat 20s don't apply on those kind of rolls. And of course, I roll.
There you go. He has the artifact of 600.
That is 600. Oh, there we go. The Ballad of Saketh. Oh, not that far down. Handout.
So we're making camp. We're doing watches.
Oh, I have the ballad. Yeah, I have the ballad of Saketh. I copied it into my. There it is.
Yeah.
It's like I'm used to Brian's sheets. I'm like, where did I put this? I just had to scroll down further.
Maybe it's only a Rogueland known thing.
That's it right there.
Yeah, I'm making the handout for you right now, guys. As soon as the mouse cooperates with me and copies it all.
Fighting you?
Right. Yeah.
Take it right out of my character sheet.
No, I've got it. My
Oh.
mouse wasn't doing what I wanted to do. There we go. All players. Save changes. You should see it now. Oh, the ballot is up at the top right now.
Oh yeah, there it is. I was like, I'm looking down. I'm like, I don't see it.
Yeah, I'll move it later, but okay. And what was this roll that I'm? Oh yeah, D20 plus 600.
Yeah, that's where the artifact of 600 came from. All right, so this ballad, I don't think I really said anything about the dragon unless he's coming back as a black dragon.
His very name filled all creatures with dread. I like it.
To be fair,
Sing it, Bird.
the name dragon does bring dread to all creatures. Might have originally been a dragon.
I'm sorry. Every time I see EOR, it's like the Count of Eeyore. I see a little slow moving, not doing much little horse.
It's not Eeyore. Or.
Oh God.
Tigger needs to calm down.
Sorry. Make a D&D campaign.
Oh wait, it does have an Eeyore in here. You're right. Holy crap.
Yeah, there it is.
The count of Eeyore would be like the slowest count ever. 1, 2.
Maybe not the slowest, just the saddest.
And incidentally, Eeyore doesn't exist anymore.
How dare you! Dashing the dreams of all kids.
Not that Eeyore. But it would be the hold that you're currently in. It would be the area around Beach Castle, Freymire, Morford. This area would be where Eeyore once existed.
Okay.
It was one of the small lands that got sucked into this hold.
All right, so we're going to talk about this dragon thing and how we're supposed to approach this.
With a lizard.
with the lizard. Approach the dragon with a lizard.
We'll feed it.
Oh, feed it. Yeah. Okay.
Befriend it. And then we'll have a new mount for Bertra.
Whoa. That is cool, but I don't think that's possible.
Corum being our resident expert, are dragons smart creatures? Would they go for being?
All things are possible.
All things are possible.
Yes, I could.
Do we want to just sneak into town?
Do we know anything about the ring, like that's talked about in the ballad?
The ring. I missed that part.
Right at the very beginning. So it was his ring that gave him his power, right? Like, is there any arcane history or something we'd know, like what happened to the ring when he was defeated?
And for that, I'm going to refer you to the note from Mac.
From Mac. Okay, so I don't think I was in the party when that note showed up, so I will give me a minute while I go.
Should we on the screen now?
I believe you meant Nazgul instead of Black Dragon.
No, actually, I didn't.
Oh. We were also focused on the Gem of Earth. That we didn't recall the gold ring with the power to control a dragon.
And did you guys do anything with it? Like, did you guys already get it, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
this was the contract, or this was the letter. Well, you weren't with the party then. This was a letter sent to them by their employer, or well, one of their employers, a contract which they ultimately turned down.
Well, we didn't turn it down. We just didn't never respond.
Yeah, you didn't respond.
We could still go do it.
You didn't respond. Yeah, you didn't respond to.
Yeah, I don't know if Anthony was with us now. We chose not to respond because, well, at least Grun chose not to respond because he didn't want to give anybody that giant gemstone.
Right.
Basically, he wants to keep. He knows where it is now. He wants to keep it if he gets it.
No, it just he knows how powerful it is, and he doesn't know who these stones are going to, and he doesn't want to fall into the wrong hands, basically.
At some point, we should probably talk about in character, so that way Roglin knows something. Maybe not now.
Well, he's not part of the retrieval service, right? So,
well, neither are we right now.
Technically, neither is Q.
Well, that's true.
Q works for you, though.
Yeah, Q works for you.
Q is a subcontract.
Subcontractor.
We'll have to pay Roglin like a copper piece just to like hire it as a attorney fee or something.
Yeah, at this point, he's just going with us to help that wizard.
Yeah, I think the wizards become secondary.
I really hope this wizard is an elf. Please make this wizard an elf, Jason.
And now this half-orc wizard just mutated into an elf.
All right, so Black Dragon, Ring of Power, Giant Gemstone. Mac wants it as a contract. He wants the ring back. This is all going to shit.
Not necessarily, Mr. Grun. I mean, at this point, the only thing that really matters is we get to town, talk to the people that are left there, and try to do something about the bandits to start with.
Yeah,
I think that should be our first thing, and just take it in sections.
I agree. But just keep an eye out for this freaking dragon. So,
if we see this dragon, do we just want to avoid see what it can do?
Can you fly?
Yes.
No, but I can shoot things very far away.
I don't think unless we can fly, it's not going to be a very fair fight. We'll have to get it grounded somewhere if we even have a chance.
I can fly.
I have a spell.
Just haunt it.
I have a spell that
lightning for the win.
Sweet.
So I can probably restrain it.
Would they have given us a description about how big it was? I'm assuming they would have, right, Jason?
Well, the only person that really had any description was the little boy, and he even admitted he saw it at dusk, so he didn't get a good.
Okay.
So the size was kind of relative. I mean, bigger than a horse, but smaller than a house, maybe.
So Butcher can definitely handle it.
Well, based on the little boy's description, yeah.
We're putting all our hopes in the description of a little boy. Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
you're a cow on a horse. Anything's possible.
Hey, you're lightning in a bottle. Ha! That was stupid. Sorry.
I'm not in a bottle.
That's a saying.
Aren't we all metaphorically in a bottle?
No.
This world is a bottle. Lightning.
So, Jason, as we're traveling towards Morford, are we like out in the open, like plains, or is this like a forested area? Is there any cover at all?
There's light forest and trees around. It's not like a dense forest like some of the like you see on some of the like north and south here on the map. But there is trees and brush around. It's not totally open in the plain here. Now, if you go too much more to the north, you'll drop into the swamp of the Mulet Morass. But there's cover, and it's kind of rolling like hills here. So.
And did I say the dragon came at night or daytime or just whenever?
Based on everything that you've been told by the two different groups now, it appears that this dragon is coming at night or right at dusk.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to feel a little bit more at ease about traveling out in the open during the day. All right. So, group, shall we just keep on moving? There's something else you guys want to talk about?
We're still
keep swimming.
You're about right when you stop to make camp. You're about three days out from Morford, and I figure these conversations have occurred over the period of time. You're now about an hour outside of town.
So we can see the town then, right?
Yes, you can. In fact, I'll let you see the town.
Sweet.
Oh, shit, we can see it real good.
Well, we can see.
The map checks out.
Well, put it to check.
Which
Now, let me describe the town as you're looking at it from overhead.
Yeah.
You can see the buildings clearly marked on it. The town you see below you resembles this map only in placement of the building.
Here, about 2 seconds.
Most of the homes on the outer outskirts of the town, and you're coming in from the left side of the map, like over. Not right control, Jason. What you're seeing out. Out.
like still. Oh shit.
There are around here. A fireball on the screen right now. They're not burned. You're outlying.
Same thing about this central.
The gate is open. It doesn't appear that it's been it appears it may have been attacked at some point, but not recently, like within the last day or so. But it appears to be empty.
All right.
This big building. Morford.
Okay. Or do you need to mount, walk in to be a little more discreet, or if we're just going to ride into town, bandits?
I mean, do we actually see anyone riding cautiously, but not like weapons already, like aim and fire?
Corb's going to be looking at it to see if there's anyone that needs assistance, any survivors or anything.
Okay. As you ride into town or approach yourself and start coming down that main drag there, which here.
And lightning's already.
I'm glad I'm getting all these plus.
As you move in the town, you can. So the ones on the outskirts and the edges, they're burnt out. I mean, they've been burnt. In some cases, burnt to the ground. They've been and as the closer, the houses seem less attacked, more like they just have been abandoned. And then as you get closer to town, the houses, the center of town, the houses are in some cases they're actually, you can tell they've been locked up and the shutters have been shuttered and things like that. Like people have left the house. To the center, and you see no one as you're approaching. There's not even any obvious livestock or anything like that floating around. You do see a couple chickens here and there. But the only center town is the inn.
Interesting.
Its front door is clattering and banging coming from inside.
All right, going in.
Yep.
Dismount from the horse, going in.
Yeah.
So as you go in,
go ahead.
You see, we'll have I don't have a map, so we'll theater the mind is. What you see as you go into the tavern, you see boxes stacked up by the door. And you see a dumpy little man behind the bar, and he's hurriedly stuffing rags in glasses and then putting the glasses in boxes on the counter. He's packing up. He looks up and goes, "Oh, hi. Want a drink?"
Where is everybody?
Left.
You're the
Not
only
safe.
one left?
Yep. I'm leaving in the morning.
What about the maid?
The mage.
Magic key guy.
We had a name, didn't we?
We didn't. Oh, actually, I don't remember getting a name. I know it's a.
You mean Demetrius?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Demetrius, the healing wizard.
Yeah, the Demetrius the Sage.
He left days ago.
Did he tell you where he was going?
Can we get a drink with
east?
the story?
Like most of the town east, yeah. Hold on. He pulls out, and he just starts plopping bottles down on the counter. He goes, a copper.
And what about some more information on the wizard?
Grom will put down a silver.
The silver disappears. Demetrius? Yeah, he left like everybody else. And
his house wasn't down.
yeah. He kind of jerks a thumb behind him. He goes, "It's actually right out back. I mean, not right out back, but it's the house behind mine, behind the inn here." But he left. He was trying to get some people to go on some blameful quest for something or other about seeds, but after the bandits raid started, it got too dangerous here. And then whenever the Lord pulled out, most everybody else had most sense. Whenever the Lord told them that we needed to leave for our own safety, to leave, he said he was going to go out to Beach Castle and see if he couldn't get the Duke to give him some soldiers to come back to fix this mess.
Grant on the rest of them. So, are we going to take this on ourselves?
This sounds like a great thing for us to do.
Take what on?
Bandits? You might have some issues, we heard. We're wondering.
Issues.
As he kind of motions around to the empty bar. And
empty bar be backed up. He's like, issues? Yeah, we got issues, sir.
Well, we are experts at handling issues.
Oh, you are?
We are. Can you explain these issues in a little bit more detail so that we might be better informed and able to judge whether or not we'll be capable of handling them?
Let me ask you this. Are you planning on staying the night?
Is that when issues arise?
Well, typically they come at night, yes. But
Perfect.
better question would be, because if you're planning on staying the night, you got to get your own breakfast because I'll be gone at first light.
I'll tell you what, we will stay the night and protect you if it's okay with my compatriots. And then
I'll be gone at first light. You don't have to protect me.
Have they been killing people or just looting?
Most of the bandits that come into town, it started out they were just looting, taking what they wanted, mostly food, livestock, that sort of thing. Then the McDrevin's place got burnt down. Old man McDrevin fought back, is what they said. I don't know. I wasn't out there. I take care of the inn. That's what everybody said. Honestly, what I can tell you is just what people told me. I haven't seen much firsthand. Heard things, but not seen much. They started out just attacking the edges of town, taking food, that sort of thing. And then it got nasty. After McDrevin's place burnt down, which that seemed to be more of an accident, something that happened in the fight kind of thing. From the way I hear it, McDrevin knocked over the oil lamp while he was trying to chase him off in the barn. It got the barn on fire. But after that, it got worse. For one, the lizard people were with him.
That was new, or that was always the case?
Well, it wasn't always the case. And then the beast started coming in. That's when it got
people
bad.
And the beast connected.
He kind of says, maybe. Don't know. Lizard people showed up 1 week. A couple weeks later, the beast started showing up in 2. That thing ate an entire flock of old man Haynes' cows. Ate the whole flock.
Moo.
Wait a minute. Sheep. They ate a sheep.
It's a
sheep
herd.
Are flocks. Not cows are herds, aren't they? It ate a sheep.
Roglin is going to be going. I don't know where on the map exactly the inn is, but he's going to step out after finishing his ale, and he's going to go look for. by the wizard. Because the
Do
wizard
you want company, Roglin?
Anyone
with the pointy ears, he'll accept
Yeah.
it.
Did you say with the pointy ears or just eye them up?
He's just gonna eye him up.
Okay.
We'll come back to you two in a second. When the beast started showing up, that's when people just, they decided it was safer to get out of town. The Earl, he wanted to stay and fight for a bit, but then the beast, and like I said, we could stay in the keep, but that beast, it could fly and it could get into the keep. And
Did you see the beast?
I didn't see it.
Who the hell here has seen the freaking beast?
No one there, sir.
It's a night fury.
So we know that he explained like the dragon or not the beast attack certain structures here. If so, I want to go look for footprints to try to get an idea how big this freaking thing is.
He did say that the beast gobbled up someone's flock.
Right.
For sure. But obviously that was a while back. Said last time I heard anything about the beast, it was off on the off by the river, the big house down by the river there. It'd be the Earl's house. It's the one who was pinging on the map. Yes, you're pinging pointing toward. Said they wanted to put up a fight at the keep, but the Earl did. But Morford's not a big town. We're not a big city. We don't have a paid militia. Militia here is just a bunch of farmers. He knew it wouldn't last, so he felt it was safer to have the militia escort the townspeople to Beach Castle. They left about a week ago, headed that way.
Now, out of character, is Beach Castle going to be similar to like Gumtar Stronghold, or is it?
It's a capital city of the region.
Very
Actually,
close.
Ron could tell you.
Yeah.
Ron could tell you a lot about Beach Castle because he's from Beach Castle, and it's a fairly large city.
Okay.
And
It's a fairly large city.
Beach Castle itself is the main home for this hold's power and leadership. So the more powerful lords are there. It's the center of commerce for the region as well. So it's maybe not as big as Gumtar, but it wouldn't be much smaller than Gumtar Stronghold.
Gotcha.
Its big claim to fame is its shipyards.
Yeah. Known for its shipyards.
Which is actually what Grun's family did.
That's what my family did.
Oh, Jesus.
They took the caravan out here about a week ago. I stayed, but I shouldn't have. I stayed for the handful that was still here, but most of them left already, or they done vanished.
No. Oh, never mind. So he said they're all going to Beach Castle. They're not stopping at that little city in between.
They may stop there, but the Earl Beach. Yeah.
Okay.
So
What was their trade good here? What kept the city? What made it?
It was along the route toward the next hold. To be honest, they didn't have per se.
It wasn't like
export.
wine like that other one.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, they weren't like the other town you were in.
So, so you're leaving. I imagine you're hoping to come back like everyone else. Is that what's happening? Once the army comes?
Well, I'd like to come back to my tavern to come back, but I like having my skin attached to my body too.
I'll tell him we'll see what we could do to resolve the issue.
Well, we look forward to it. Let me switch to our other two who have gone out back. you all cross the little field there behind. It's not that far. And there's a pair of houses back there. The first house you come to, fairly decent sized little home, a modest house. It appears to have a wraparound porch around it. And of course, there is a small fenced in area, garden nearby. And as you come up on the porch, you see a very ornately carved sign that says Demetrius's Earth.
All right. Gonna go ahead and try and open the door.
The door is locked.
Gonna try a little, maybe do a little investigation around and see if there's any notes or maybe a spare key or like signage, like, come back later.
The only note, and it's fairly obvious, is the sign on the door that says closed.
No note of any kind of instructions, considering this guy knew people were coming. No.
No.
All right. Yeah. Let's check out the inside of the herb shop. Let's be a little more forceful on opening the door.
Okay.
Does Corian have any opinion on this?
Q.
Just go straight by Q. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I could try to unlock it. I've been fiddling with these lock picks since I picked them up a couple of towns ago.
Give me a dex check. So Q bends down. He's slow. He starts one thing at the bottom of the lock and then takes his rake and the lock and starts moving it back and forth, doing something. And he turns it. And he makes the pivot, and then you hear an audible click. The door unlocks.
Gonna go ahead and push the door open and stride right past Q with just a grunt.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Farted.
As you shove the door open, a blast comes out of the door. You take 3 points of damage as something explodes in your face.
Oof.
Since he pushed past me, do I take that, or am I good?
No, you're covered by him because he's in front of the blast.
Let's out another audible grunt.
I'm sorry, Mr. Roglin. You okay?
Wipes his face and keeps going. Check for traps.
No one did.
No, that's the thing.
Sorry.
So you can open a door, but you can't make sure it's not trapped.
I'm the archer. I'm not supposed to be doing this, Mr. Roglin. You just asked for help. I assumed you had luck.
He's gonna have a sour face.
So the room beyond is a small room, and it's obviously like a showroom type thing. It looks more like a sitting parlor. There are cabinets that obviously at one point held herbs and things of that nature. They are now empty.
All right. Is there, once again, is there like a writing desk or anywhere with like a work desk with notes or papers or?
There is a small roll top desk in the back corner.
Want to see what's on it?
Okay. So as you roll the top up on the desk to get access to the writing surface, you take 11 points of damage.
Jesus. It's gonna let a very audible grunt. What just happened? What kind of damage is this?
It's fire damage.
Do I take reduced on this guy?
By the way, Q is just at the door watching this.
So, nope.
So as you roll the desktop back, and of course now that you put out the burst of flames that hit you in the chest,
Mr. Roglin, I believe you're supposed to check for traps, as somebody just pointed out.
There is Nothing in the desk is empty.
There's just nothing here at all. The shelves all appear to be empty. Is there anything else of any kind of interest in the room?
No.
So
Can I just make a quick check to look around for any other traps or anything that might be hiding something?
There is another door that goes back into another part of the house. Beside the desk.
Can I perceive it?
Okay.
Specifically looking for traps.
You see on the door the faint shimmering outlines of an arcane symbol for fire. Symbol.
I don't know if you have any way to do some anti-magic stuff, but if you look at the door, it kind of looks like there's some sort of glyph on it that might burn us.
Roglin's gonna examine the desk. Is there anything else on the desk?
No,
traps or anything else? He's gonna hoof the desk through the door.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Strength check.
You know, I think if we... Oh my God, what are you doing?
So you attempt to lift the desk, which, is about the size of you. Made of hardwood.
Roll top, not roll. I was thinking it was like a roll-out desk on
roll
wheels.
top.
Okay.
You can't seem to budge the desk.
All right, so I don't throw that through the door. I kind of just turn and look at Q. Kind of, size him up, his weight versus the desk weight.
Can I help you? We could probably just take a chair and throw it at the door if that's what you were trying.
Yeah. So Roglin is gonna be convinced he's already taken two. It's Q's turn to get something open.
Are you going to try to throw me at the door? Because I'm definitely not. And I definitely opened the first door.
No. He's going to let you try and get the...
Can I move off to the side and take an arrow and try to shoot it at an angle so it kind of tries to cut across from the arcane glyph?
Yes. Give me an attack roll. Your arrow slams in the door between the lines of the glyph, separating a part of it. And when it does, there's a faint flicker of light along the glyph, and then it fades away.
Then I'll walk over and I will gingerly test the doorknob to see if it's going to blow up on me.
Nothing happens.
Is it locked?
It's not locked.
Does it feel like it's locked? Okay. Well, I guess I will slowly twist the doorknob and ease it open, taking a look inside.
Yeah, the next room beyond, obviously, was used as a sitting room. However, it's void of any furniture.
There's nothing in the room at all?
Nope, it's empty.
Is there any more rooms?
There is a set of stairs in the back of it, and a door to the left on the back corner of that room.
Yeah, so I'm an idiot because I'm not used to playing this character, and I'm going to do this and open that door.
The door opens.
Nothing happens?
Nothing happens. Though the mage hand almost breaks the door off the wall. It's strong. But the door swings open and you see a small kitchen beyond.
To give you a little out of character backstory, I think we have spent a total of about 5 hours on doors, and I might not even be close to exaggerate. I think that we did one entire session where we found a secret door, and that was a session.
Oh,
For the record, Dash definitely eventually got that door open. As far as you guys know, he picked it. So none of you guys saw that sleight of hand to check. He definitely used a key, but none of you guys.
Q has like determined like on this, or not Q, but Corum. Damn it! Even I'm saying I'm Q now. Has determined that on this journey out to Morford, like doors will no longer be a threat. He's obviously not with you guys, but from now on, YOLO when it comes to doors. That's what he's going for.
It's just a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch back to the group in the inn who's talking with the innkeeper.
Well, Grun left.
Grun left.
He would have told everybody meet back in an hour, but he was heading to where that dragon was on the ground. He wants to check out the tracks.
Okay.
Yeah. Big it is.
It's good if we're going down
that group.
Bertra and I seem to be having a bit of a heart to heart.
Okay, so you two are having your conversation there in the tavern. I don't even want to know what this is all about at the tavern. I'll go to the group that walks down, and you find your way. You make a couple wrong turns, or what? Not wrong turns, but kind of go out of the way, and you eventually arrive at the house. It's got a walled fence, a little low wall around it, made of stone. You can tell it was probably the Earl's house just by the decor. It's shuttered up.
Can I point out to Grun? Grun, shall we look for tracks for this large beast, perhaps around the house, rather than go inside? Maybe down by the river. Maybe it needed a drink.
Well, this is where he said the thing was eating things. So, why would there not be tracks here?
Yeah, let's. Are you tracks?
It's a freaking dragon. How hard's going to miss a dragon track?
Well, it has been raining, thundering lately. Stormy.
I think it'll leave a mark.
All right, let's go. I'll take the right side of the house. You take the left.
Grun just walks up the middle.
Storm's looking for dragon tracks.
So he's trying to outshine me.
Yeah, Corum, you don't find any per se tracks.
Droppings, perhaps?
No droppings either. Until you get around to the back of the home, and there you find. Well, you do find some tracks in the mud. Whether or not there is the whole question. The tracks you find, and eventually you guys find the tracks, and you cross them, and you follow down toward it goes off down toward the river. Well, you guys go. That's a whole different question. But the track is largish, probably. Well, it's about as wide as Grun's horns.
All right, so I got to ask this just from a metagame standpoint. So I can tell from how big this thing is about how big of a foe it is, or am I just Grun just stupid when it comes to dragons?
No. You based on what
is trying to figure out if that was a hit on Grun's big head.
It's not just stupid with regards to dragons. Just kind of just.
Based on the size of the track, whatever this is, it's big. Big.
We should even attempt to take it on?
I guess that depends on how brave Grun is.
He's just not intelligent.
Right. You don't know a lot about dragons. No one really does. But if this is the dragon's track that you're looking at, 1 foot is probably 1.5 feet.
Doable. Bertra will be able to manhandle that thing.
In game terms, it would be a size class huge or
All right. So I guess
You know,
grunts.
what's more disturbing, though, is it's not the only tracks you find.
Interesting.
There's more than one dragon. Oh shit!
There are a number of footprints along with it that are humanoid.
Do they have like tail? Do we see any kind of like lizard man markings? Like, you know, we're expecting like a tail. The Quorum's convinced that the dragons and the lizard men are connected in some way. So
Don't see per se any tail marks, but the telltale thing, especially with that roll, Quorum, is that the human tracks, though it's faded and old, not in a good shape, so that does make it a little suspect. But it appears that they are boot.
Well, they said there was a mix of, I guess, human bandits and lizardmen bandits, so that doesn't really come. Or did I miss something?
No.
Details. Okay.
no, that's about it.
Okay. All right. So this is, sorry, Jason. So this is where there was like a flock of goats or whatever you said it was.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That got eaten up by the dragon. Okay. So
A flock of cows, according to the, he changed his mind, so it was a flock of sheep,
yeah.
according to the bartender.
Okay. All right. So Grunt has no intention of going in the barn if he doesn't hear anything.
Okay. There's nothing in the barn.
Yeah. He's came to.
Doors
he
off
found-
hinges.
Yeah, he found what he's looking for. So unless Quorum wants to dig around something else, he's going to head back to the tavern.
Okay, I'll flip back to the other group in the house, and then I'll come back to the tavern as you all reemerge there, because they're actually having a conversation. And I'm following it in chat as we're talking.
I know. I've just been reading this.
Quorum goes with Grun.
So what's going on in the house with the other two?
We are planning on going up the stairs, but we're going to check for traps.
You are you?
Yeah, and you know I'm going to check with them? With that again. Because screw all this. I'm singed enough.
So you go up the set of stairs, and it leads into there's two small bedrooms. Doors are standing open. All the furniture's gone. The house is empty.
I find it hard to believe that a wizard wouldn't have left some sort of notice for us.
Well, it's possible he didn't think anyone was coming. Guess the real question is, Roglin, now that the mage is gone, are you planning on sticking with us? Seeing what we can do about these bands? With your mission done, are you going to head home?
He's going to grunt and be like, are you guys still planning on heading to, what was it called? Beach Castle?
I don't think we're heading towards Beach Castle. We're planning on doing some stuff in the region. The rest of the party could probably tell you a little bit more. We have a separate goal for being here, not just.
And what goal is that?
They don't actually pay me enough to know. So let me know when it comes around to it.
You're just like hired. You're not even part of the party.
Pretty much.
I
Although out of character, Q is now running through his head the fact that the wizard was supposed to pay him.
Okay. That's why I'm sitting here like, wait a second. What? I'm going with the guy that's not even with the party. So the two guys that aren't part of the party are investigating because they're both looking for the wizard. Okay, well, the general sense of it is that he's Roglin's gonna have to meet up with the party and find out what exactly the plan is here, because his little driving instinct was to come here, and that's why he took that notice, but he doesn't actually know why he's here. So we'll see what the rest of the party, what the actual goal around here is.
Okay. And Q is just going to do his best to look for anything else of value or something that might help us. Or worst case scenario, I will go into the kitchen and at least see if he left an apple or something.
Oh, he did leave one apple. It's rotten.
Heck yeah. Oh, disappointing.
Heck yeah.
Oh, Grun.
So eventually you all reconverge on the inn. You come in to see Bertra sitting at a table with one of the bottles, drinking and talking. The bartender has continued to pack stuff and is actually carrying stuff out. And you see he's got a wagon that he's pulled around to the side from the back of the house. You guys saw it when he went out the back. He's pulled it around from the back and he's now loading it. Loading it up with glassware and stemware and stuff like that.
We could use a wagon, couldn't we?
I was going to say, is Grun back? Because he's going to ask the same thing.
Yeah, Grun's back. You guys all kind of come back at the same time.
So I'm not thinking about stealing it, Friday. I just want to ask him if there's another wagon that we could use if we needed it.
Yeah, most of the wagons were taken out of town by the Earl and his people, but there is that old one down at the Cartier's place.
Is that the place I just came from?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just 3 doors down here. He's the local wagon maker, wagon wheel.
He's Roglin's gonna compare to take a look at the state of the wagon that the innkeeper has.
Mm-hmm. But it's not in great shape.
All right, he's gonna want to take a look at the one at the Carter's place.
So you walk a couple doors down. Wagon you can find at the Cartier's is the one that's currently mounted on the roof.
And
it's kind of mounted on the roof, as a hey, I make wagons kind of thing, but it's actually a complete wagon.
Does it look rotted? Does it look?
It looks to be in good shape.
Better than the one the innkeeper has? Comparatively, would I know that?
Comparatively, yeah.
All right, let's try and rig this up to get it off the roof.
Oh shit!
He's gonna be, hey, Grun, hatch.
It used to be better than the one the innkeeper had.
No. If this is a wagon place, I'm imagining he must have some rope and tackle in there for lifting wagons so that he can replace the axles and things like that. So, want to and see if there's something.
I mean, not totally.
Give Roland some advice to not break it as he brings it off the roof.
Well, if you talk about rope and tackle, you're proficient at.
No, I'm proficient at both land and.
Yes, and we're going to lower it with the rope and tackle that they use in this shop.
Oh, that's what he's saying.
I just have one question for Roglin.
Yeah.
The way a rope and tackle works is you got to hang it to lift something. You have to put it above something.
But to lower something, so I'll explain my picture in my head. It's on the roof. Pardon me. Is it a flat roof or a slope roof?
Sloped roof.
So if you put the rope over the top of the roof and lower it from the other side, the roof actually acts as a fulcrum, and you can kind of lower it down that way.
Okay.
And then so you have the tackle is just so that the tackle's hooked up just so it can't just fly off, right? Like once it gets weight.
That makes sense to me. So is anybody helping him with this problem?
I asked Grun, but I'm sure Berger could just take the rope and go, eat.
Berger's slightly occupied right now.
Yeah. I think Berger's working on a bender here. Sorry.
Oh,
yes, I'm helping him.
Back in the game.
So is anybody helping him? That's the question.
Yes, Grun is helping him.
Okay.
Reluctantly, yes.
Okay. Give me a intelligence check at advantage.
Who?
Roglin to rig.
Thank God.
To do the rigging, to get everything rigged so this is, to get everything ready to load this wagon.
An advantage?
Yes, because Grun's helping you.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. So you spend about 20, 25 minutes, attaching ropes and block and tackle and things like that in place. Now, who's actually going to do the lowering of the wagon?
I'm gonna look at the big guy, and then I'm gonna look at me, who's pretty big but not that big.
All right, that's fine.
Grun, give me a strength check at advantage.
Strength or athletics?
Athletics would be better.
Yes, it would be.
That would be better. There you go. That wasn't even an advantage.
Was it? Oh no, he didn't have the little green thing. Yeah.
So it takes you guys about 45 minutes, and you're able to lower in total from the rigging and everything. You're able to lower this wagon off of the cartier's place of business and put it in the ground. It's a complete wagon. It's in very good shape. Otherwise, than having been in the rain and things like that. But even at that, he had drilled holes so that the bed of the wagon drained. And when you lower it, you discover that there actually are metal hoops laying inside the bed of the wagon that can be used to back of it. They could into a cover.
Sweet.
Fantastic.
This is serviceable.
So now we got to decide. It's a 2-horse or 1-horse?
It's a 2-horse wagon.
So we got to decide whose horses are going to be hooked up to this.
How about the rhino?
Lightning
riding in the
scan.
wagon.
So sorry, what was that?
Everybody answered.
Rhino, lightnings, wagon, dragon.
So you all bring the wagon back down in front of the tavern. The tavern keeper has been busy this whole time, even though he's constantly made sure that everybody's glasses and stuff are filled. He has not stopped packing his wagon. He has begun to bring boxes out of what would probably be his personal quarters, and put into the back of the wagon as well.
So I think Grun and I can bring the wagon back. Can we investigate? Is there any suspicious about what he's packing up?
No, there's nothing suspicious. I mean, he's not hiding the fact he's packing up.
It doesn't look like he's looted the other neighboring houses.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
That's I'm this guy leaving. Is any of this seem like he might have?
It's like the last bandit who's raiding.
Yeah, so he doesn't seem to be like he has a rather large amount of gold compared to what you'd expect to be in a town this size, or
nope.
Everything seems on the up and up.
Everything seems to be on the up and up as he packs wagon. Because
well, I gotta imagine Grum would have recognized him as being the guy from there before, right?
Him as the taverner from
okay.
Tavern keeper being here before.
That's not to say that he wouldn't have taken advantage of that situation.
So I don't have much to offer in the way of food tonight because obviously I wasn't expecting customers. But I can cook up a stew for dinner if that would be acceptable.
Vegetables.
Great.
Cow, please.
It's mutton.
Ruins it. Fat, stupid hobbit. You ruins it.
Mr. Grun, there was an apple back at the mage's place. I didn't grab it, but
make some apple pie.
I could probably do that. I think I have a few apples left.
Sweet.
But
he managed to produce a passable meal, guys. It's not great. And as you guys are all sitting there, at the table talking on it, he kind of joins and sets in with you and talks. I mean, he's literally the only other person in town besides you all. Because now, I understand. Are you guys planning on really doing something about these bandits?
Yes.
Why not? We're bored.
Okay. Only thing else I guess I could tell you that I haven't told you is they appear to be based in the
Where's the swamp in relation to here?
north.
Okay. Excellent.
Yes. We don't know for sure. That's just what the hunters and stuff had said. But there were a group of lizard men living out near the beacon.
When you say the beacon, I'm
okay.
sure my Minotaur friend understands, but I'd like to hear it from you.
The beacon, and you all would have noticed this along the whole trip. There is a shaft of green light shooting up from the middle of the swamp and you can see it for like 50 miles around. It's not like it's hard to not spot. It's been there for a few years now. The story goes that a wizard was doing some experiments out there, and something went really wrong with the experiment, and the result was this magical green beacon that shoots into the sky.
This is the one from Mac's letter.
Yeah, actually, it's the same one that Matt described in his letter.
Baltrin's beacon. Okay.
Baltrin's beacon. Because some of the hunters say that the local lizard folk out that way worship the beacon. They stay at some kind of magical light or something kind of god or something. So you might start looking there, but really don't look. All the obvious places. Men were diving deeper into the swamp, but we didn't have much luck in finding, obviously.
Well, that's the direction the dragon came from, too, right? You heard. He does that in quotes in the air.
According to the people, yes, the dragon came from out of the swamp. Which really doesn't make much sense, does it?
Bad things in the swamp. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, there's bad things in the swamp, but I was just thinking, based on what people were calling this beast, they said it was, no one ever saw it during the day, so maybe it was green. They just didn't see the color right.
Whoa. Can we stop calling it a beast? It's a dragon, right? It's a dragon, right?
I don't know. I never saw it.
Yeah, I forgot. You ain't seen shit.
I work in the inn. I'm here at night. I'm not out in the field.
You're a bartender. People tell you shit.
Well, yeah. What I'm telling you is what they told me, which...
So it might be green, not black.
Maybe. I mean...
It might be a real big bird.
He kind of laughs. He goes, maybe. Our dude kind of drink here when they tell me stories.
All right. So does anybody here, this is maybe out of character question, anybody here know the difference between a green and a black, that there might be a difference in the tracks? Or that the dragon a dragon?
I think Q does know from the description. It doesn't. Well, I guess I don't know what a green dragon looks like. So would I, based off that roll from earlier?
You'd have some basic working knowledge based on your background.
Yeah, I would. I'll just go ahead and say, honestly, Mr. Grun, based off the description, the only one I can think of that has horns would probably be the black. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means, but that's kind of a defining feature of them. Besides, the color.
Right. Thank you for that. All right, so he'll turn to Roglin. You guys went up to the house, right? What'd you find? Anything?
Yeah, this is the point you had noticed earlier that Roglin's kind of singed.
Didn't find a thing. Oh, no, sorry. We found an apple.
No. Okay.
And we found out that some people should be checking for traps.
Yeah.
Winks.
Yeah, we used to have a guy that did that.
What happened?
He died.
But he's okay. He's back. He's back at the.
He got better.
Not better.
He got better.
To be fair, he is actually the one that hired me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, Q's here. His boss, or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I think he hired me for you guys, so technically, I think you guys are my boss.
Yeah, that's right. We're the boss.
Roglin's just gonna give like a side glance and be like, "What's your guys' plan now, then?"
So at this point, the barkeep's been listening. What do you mean he got better?
He got better.
How did he get better from death?
What was that drinking god? What was his name again? The drinking god. What was it?
Dionysus?
Dionysus? Yeah, I was like,
That's
Dionysus?
Yeah, the drinking god brought him back. Hence why he's like running our bar for
Can't
us.
deal with these bandit people, you're that powerful, and God's trust.
Well, you had the bar, and it's not burnt down, so you must have been doing something right. Very peculiar, by the way. Why is your bar still standing?
So's half the town.
No.
I've been walking in buildings, not like clearing.
That pretty much the entire town was like
the
burnt.
The outside town, a lot of the buildings on the outside edge are.
Okay.
So the dragon never came into the town, or the beast.
Beast never. No, he says. As you guys said, no, the beast never came into town itself. It was all on the edges of town. It's like the bandits; they were always on the edge of town.
Do you expect the?
Does Grunt burn?
Are you blind?
And like 5 copper for some drinks, and they've put down like 8 gold. 9. He's got there's been a lot of gold put on this bar right now. It's a lot of.
Corum could.
We have overpaid the shit out of this.
Yeah.
Corum could be like, and tonight is the climax of our journal.
Oh no! Oh no!
And tonight is the night Bertra literally kills Corum.
Well, I gotta say, based on the constitution levels of Bertra and Lightning, I'm not sure we're doing anything today.
What time is it?
It's past midday now. Time you've all checked things out and wandered around town looking for tracks. And
oh my god, they've been day drinking this whole time.
they've been drinking.
And bacon.
Okay.
Yeah, and bacon.
That's a good point.
Is that Bertra or Lightning right now?
Oh shit! Look at Lightning's con.
Lightning is now unconscious.
Lightning is a sloppy drunk.
But they're gonna get eggs and bacon for sure.
So, Jason,
yes.
Question for you. I'll bring it to everybody. So, we saw the beacon in the swamp. So, we got a good idea how far it is. Does anybody in the group have a good understanding of like how long it would take us to travel to that beacon through a swamp?
An eyeball figure based on, because you've seen the swamp, the beacon overnight where you're at, it's probably about 20, 25 miles back in the swamp to get to the beacon.
Which equates to how many hours for us to get there?
Average horse can travel about 20 to 30 miles in a day, but you're talking about traveling in a swamp. So on foot, you could do that easily in 2 days. Horse, you could do it in 1 day, but in a swamp, you got to double that time. So 4 days on foot or 2 days mounted.
Wow.
Is there? I can ask the bartender if there's a road that goes into the swamp.
So, yeah, there's roads. There's roads into the swamp, and there's even a road that goes to the beacon. I can give you directions. I mean,
I'll take it.
The owners used to come here, by years ago. The Boucher, he used to come and get supplies here in town. So I know the way. He pulls out a piece of parchment and starts writing down, lefts and rights and things like that on it to give you directions. But the road's not in the best of shape.
Well,
as long as we can bring a wagon down it.
Well, you could last time we were there, but that's been a while.
Grunt's going to point out the fact that bandits have been like raiding every night, and we're just going to drive a wagon on a road to where all the bandits are coming from, and not think that's a good idea.
Yeah, for some reason I missed the time of day that we got here. I thought it was like evening when we showed up, not like 8 a.m. So
that was about midday, probably when you first crest the hill and check things out.
Okay,
it's pushing evening time now. Probably not going to go today anyway.
I'm all up for exploring the swamp in the middle of the night. That sounds like a great idea.
No.
Well,
but
Bertrand
suggests sorry, go ahead, Bertrand.
Sorry. I was going to say, Birch has probably taken an afternoon nap.
Yeah.
All the alcohol.
Siesta.
And Grunt is also going to suggest that we not sleep here. Like maybe try to figure out a good spot in the keep Something that won't burn.
Quorum's thinking the opposite. So Quorum wants like a bedroom with like a window and easy access to like get out, just for that reason. But the idea being to like see if these foes are still plaguing the town and they kind of gain more intel.
Or we do a kind of a middle ground of it. We go to some of the houses that are burnt but are still standing and camp there in the dark and keep an eye on things. See if they come in. And
Roglin's opinion is going to be that if they do come in, they're probably going to want to head for the keep. So if we're in the keep, we'll meet right up with them and we'll have no way to get by them if they trap us in there.
If the only guy in the town is Quorum feels obligated to protect him until he leaves in the morning.
we could just pick one of the houses that overlook the tavern. So that way we're not in it if they already know which one the last house is. That way we can operate and take care of them.
You're absolutely right. You guys should pick a different house.
Go ahead.
Quorum's pretty just hard set on staying in the inn. Just being close to this guy, making sure he doesn't abscond with the 14 gold, given to a bandit rather than the like life. But he does respect everyone else in the party to the point, like, in what their decisions are. So
everyone wants to keep, so they can keep an eye out. Because the keep is up on a hill, right? It's the high point of the city, a high point. Right?
It's a little knoll. It overlooks the city.
Yeah, so Grun wants to be able to see what's coming.
So Roglin said there was 200 bandits?
Then how about this? I have an idea. Why don't we invite the innkeeper to stay in the keep with us?
I'm not staying in the keep. There's no beds up there.
Ah, well, you sold me, innkeeper.
You know what?
But there are walls.
We have a wagon.
And if it's a dragon, do you think it's going to matter?
Are you more worried about this dragon or the bandits who have been coming every night? I mean, you haven't even seen the dragon, have you, Mr. Innkeeper?
Well, no. Now that you mention it, I haven't.
You probably didn't see the bandits either.
We could close the gate.
The gate to what?
The keep.
Bring the wagon.
I thought you said it's broken.
It's open, not broken.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry.
I guess I could. Let me get a mattress.
We'll load up the cart with mattresses to bring up.
Jeez.
By the way, while they're discussing where to stay, Bertra is going to go around the town and use her mutilated lizard hands and nail them along the outside of the town.
Oh, that is freaking awesome.
Oh, dear.
The gates.
That is freaking awesome.
Okay. So while they're getting things together, Bertra disappears with a hammer and nails and goes staggering down through the town.
I'm just waiting for her ow, as she puts a nail through her own hand.
In the meantime, the rest of you move up the road to the
Lightning there asleep at the bar, or?
Yeah, she's passed out on the tables.
So we'll load them onto the mattresses on the back of the wagon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like seven mattresses and lightning on top.
And lightning on top of
8 coats on top of that.
Lightning, you vaguely remember a bumping and thumping noise and the stars moving above you in a weird way.
Oh, that's
from your
pretty.
So you arrive at the entrance to the keep. The keep is a service little keep. It doesn't have an iron portcullis. It just has a set of heavy, thick oaken doors that shut, and the doors themselves are splayed open. You can tell they've actually just not been locked. So you have easy access to get into the keep. The keep itself, the walls are probably about 30, 40 foot high. They have a archery parapet going across the top for archers to oversee. There's a tower in the back that's about 60 foot high that overlooks the main thing. You're able to pull the wagon in. There is a place to tie the horses and stuff up there inside. And then inside the tower itself, there's only really 2 floors. The first floor, just serves as a guard room, and then there's a stair going up to the roof, and the roof serves as a watchtower. You can tell this is in essence a true keep. It doesn't have a house. It's built to be a fortress, but really only long enough to hold off bandits or a small siege or something like that.
We're going to close the gates.
Quorum's going to try to find a position between the ramparts up top.
Okay.
Where you can see out towards the inn.
Yeah, easy enough to do.
And then he's going to kind of do his little meditation.
They traveled enough and adventured enough. One of the things you note about this little keep, it's extremely well built. Probably a dwarven engineer maybe designed it. Maybe dwarves built it. The stones are very well fitted. There's mortar in the stones. But the more intriguing part is the actual parapet at the top is a true archer's parapet. You got the stones for you to stand behind, or for an archer to stand behind, so they're not seen. But when you look, there's actually a gap in the floor from the parapets extended out slightly to where the archers can shoot down the walls at the foes below them as well.
Oh, perfect.
So it's an actual true fortress. It probably was originally the first fortress built in the area, and it was meant, to serve as a garrison post for the soldiers in time of need.
All right. Gren's already starting to formulate a plan here, if it comes to fruition. So, Lightning mentioned before she passed out that she had some kind of magical ability to ground something. So, Jason, based on the footprints I saw, do I think that dragon could fit actually inside this keep?
The scale is mostly right on this map. Yeah.
All right. So as we're unloading everything, he's going to kind of just shoot this out there that if we can draw the dragon inside the keep to get it away from all of its minions or lizard men or whatever, and then Lightning can use her ability to ground, then we just pound the fuck out of it and kill it.
So, Rogan says, but no one's actually seen it fly, have they?
Yeah, I thought that's what the visitor said, or the peasants, villagers, whatever they're called.
They mentioned that they heard it or seen it. The little boy seemed to indicate he'd seen it in the air. A yelp of who's out hammering.
Shit. I was joking when I said that, but okay.
The lizardman hands, and whenever Bertram appears, she's sucking her thumb.
Bertram wants you to lay down and sleep one off till the night comes. I have a feeling we may not be sleeping much tonight.
So who's taking first watch there?
Well, it's obviously not Lightning and Bertra. I bet.
So Quorum's on first watch. Are you doing 4 hours or 2 hour watches, or for your watch, Quorum?
I'll do first 4 hours.
Okay. Anybody with Quorum, or
Roglin's gonna let his singed self sleep this time?
Okay.
All right, Q will take the first watch with. I'm just Q will. God, no, I'm saying it. Geez, what is it?
I know.
Gren will take the first watch with Quorum.
It's okay.
Q,
Everyone wants to be Q. I get it.
It was jealous that Bender's on a second character.
Yeah.
And all you have to do to get your own second character, die horribly.
Die in a bone pile. Okay, so the first watch passes uneventfully. The first 4 hours. Grun, do you stay up the whole 4 hours or just 2 hours and then go to bed?
I mean, I don't want to leave Quorum by himself, so if I got to nudge someone else away during that time frame, I will.
So who would you nudge awake?
Well, it's not going to be Lightning. It's not going to be Bertra. So I'll go.
Roglin.
Leaves Q, right?
Q's doing the second half.
Does the second watch for 4
Oh,
hours
does he?
usually.
All right,
He
I'll
was
go
currently
nudge
meditating.
All right, I'll go nudge Roglin.
Okay.
Your turn. You're up.
Do we need to
Roland
roll anything, Jason?
Let's say
No.
Roglin gets up with the other pointy ears.
I pre-roll a bunch of stuff for them. So the second watch passes fairly quietly. I need perception checks from Roglin and from Cora.
Oh my god.
God, you guys. God, this wasn't a high DC. You hear something. It kind of sounds like a someone swishing a big fan.
Look up.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
You look up and it's. Wait a minute. I never checked the weather. Hold on. Oh, good. You look up and the second moon has just risen, and you see a shadow flit across that.
You got like a size scale. Like this looks like a big shadow, or
Give me another perception check.
Like a Boeing 747.
It's large.
all right. So why did Quorum do a perception check? Wait, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it Q and I that are awake right now?
No,
Quorum.
It's Quorum and
Oh,
Roland.
it's backwards. Oh, so it's okay. Okay. Yep.
Q has the second watch, or actually the third and fourth watch.
Oh, this is only after 2 hours we got up.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was after the 4. That's why I was like, wait. All right.
It's a large object, and you guys both continue once Roglin points it out to Quorum. See, now you got me doing it. They put it to Quorum. You can see as it flies across the night sky, you can see the stars being blotted out.
Does it
and track it?
Is it coming towards us or?
Not toward you. It's moving off in the distance, kind of diagonal across the edge of town, but not town itself, but like on the outskirts of town, more from the direction that you came. So more back toward the Robin Breast Inn, toward the west. Yes.
Okay.
And the object is moving fast.
And we can't really make anything else out about it though.
No, and really the way you're tracking it, able to see it, you heard the noise, and then when you finally spotted whatever it was flying past the moon, you're able to watch for the stars, that should be there, and you see the stars wink out for a second. So you can see there's something there, but it's not discernible at this distance.
Doesn't have its lights on.
Yeah.
Jeez. He's gonna note the time.
Okay.
And then I don't think it's not coming this way, so I don't think we need to wake anyone else up. But he's gonna want to take a look and make sure there's nobody coming in the town, bandits or nothing making their way in now.
You'll see anything moving in the town. 1042. That's now canon, Quorum.
It's to Yuma.
I guess we should, with so many military personnel in here, we should change it up, huh?
2242.
So the second watch passes without incident. Quorum, do you go wake Q?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, and gonna pass along what we saw.
Okay. And Roglin, are you crashing for the night, or are you going to?
Rogan's gonna crash and unsinge.
Okay. Okay. Make sure you go ahead and give yourself a long rest here.
When I wake up in my sane position,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna assume my meditative stance
Okay.
in that position, like
That place. Okay.
yeah, which still allows me to perceive stuff just in case things get hairy. But
Right,
you know, it seemed like a good spot to.
Okay. since Q's by himself, the remainders of the
Q
watches.
is not by himself. He's going to have Oscar flying around as well.
Oscar and Q are one and the same, more or less.
Yeah, but I think he actually has better perception than I do.
than Q does. Regardless, Oscar and Q's double watch passes without any more incident throughout the. No sooner does the the first glimmerings of morning light start to appear, than you see the innkeeper getting in his wagon and leaving.
I will assist him and wish him luck.
He goes down the road, hangs a right, and starts heading out of town.
East, right?
Corm's gonna suggest that perhaps we travel along with him.
Already on the road. Mr. Innkeeper, hold on.
Our party should take lessons from this.
Leave town.
Well,
or be an early riser.
Be an early riser, quick to get on the road, like get shit done.
Leave a bomb in the keep for us.
I guess I'll go and wake everyone up and start a fire and make breakfast.
All right, so wait, out of character. Just want to wrap my head around this. So we kind of have two simultaneous quests, maybe even three. And one of them is to go talk to this maid who a couple of our party members, that was their entire goal. And we now know he's east. We don't know exactly where, but he's east. And then the other goal was to kind of track down this Saketh, the stuff, and get that ring back and get that super gem back. This area, right? At the green.
And when the innkeeper was talking, he did mention Demetrius's crazy plan of something with some seed, quote unquote. I don't know if you guys picked up on that. I would assume that it's probably related to the same thing.
So I'm just kind of curious, like I'm trying to figure out what Quorum's thinking, like what we should do next. And I'm having kind of a hard time figuring that out.
Well, Grun's going to be pushing hard for the gym.
Yeah. Q's thought process at this point is kind of just, he was in it for the money, but he's really just more enjoying being out and about and free to do whatever. And even though you guys are his boss, it's still a lot of freedom. So he's game to go after the gem, which sounds like most people. What the party's main goal is. Everything else is kind of just bonus.
Yeah, that's kind of what Quorum's feeling. It's just I didn't know if looking at the Mage 2 and that. And
which ones are
you in specific?
No. So I have the letter from the mage, but I don't know if you see that in my bio sheet. I basically have like a compulsion, is that the right term? Urge, compulsion that was being sent me this way, and I took the notice from Demetrius because that's what kind of gave me a compulsion to go this way. But
now here you no longer have that compulsion to find Demetrius.
Well, it's now that I've started, it's kind of there, but at the same time, there's this big green beacon that seems kind of arcane, and I'm all about arcane can make me stronger.
Okay, all right, so it's just that makes more sense. Okay, I think that our party
does that make sense for you?
Eastward then. Yeah,
Roglin is the reincarnated Count of Eeyore.
Yep.
That would explain why he's always looking. That explains why he's always looking at me and Quorum so sadly.
And he has that compulsion to get his ring back.
But I mean, how are we going to find Demetrius?
We
Well,
already know
that's
he's
just
not-
it. So we're deciding we're not going to find Demetrius yet. Right
Well, I
now,
think-
we're diverting our attention to the fourth crystal or the Earth crystal or whatever, and
Yeah.
going to pursue that.
Yeah, just a little out of character here. We know that he's over in what do you call it? Beach Hold?
Beach
Beach
Castle.
Castle.
Well,
Beach
we
Castle,
think
Beach Castle.
he's over
That's
there,
where
but we
that's
don't
where
know.
The innkeeper
thought
said.
it was going. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they've all left there because of the bandits attacking the town, and the bandits are coming from the beacon, we fix up with the bandits. Then we go to Beach Castle, like, hey, we took care of everything, and then hopefully we've sorted everything out by there.
Yep.
Oh,
We
you
had
think
other-
go ahead and claim his reward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But secondary to that, I think we were also going to Beach Castle to find out where we go next, whether it's potentially find some wyverns there and fly, if we can, towards Birch's mother, or secure a ship from there or a wyvern and head for Grun's brother.
Yeah.
Or find out if this wizard Demetrius could actually teleport a witch sounding from his shop. I wasn't too
Or-
impressed, so
I'm not sure
probably
he's a
not
wizard.
flying.
Or get an airship and head north. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a lot of
airship
options.
was an option too, yeah.
Many options.
But first, it requires the gem.
All right, swamp time. Let's go.
Do
What are
we
you doing
wanna-
in my swamp?
All right, so no signs of anybody attacking the town, right?
Not during the night, no.
Okay.
Bertra, your ogre signs were very effective. We should probably put those up more often.
They kind of rot a bit.
They rot. I thought you said they were signs.
We ogres, they're sort of very crude, basic signs, and I'll take them and show him.
Oh, yeah, that would keep me away too, or make me more likely to attack, I guess.
So I got a question for you, Bertra. Are any of them like shaped in a way where like they're giving like the middle finger?
No, I cut off all the fingers. They're mutilated.
Oh, that's right.
In
Shit.
the jar.
Oh my gosh.
There might be a thumb left on some of them.
Okay.
The
Thumbs up.
thumb seems like what you'd have to cut off.
Oh.
Usually it works better with heads, but don't have any heads.
Okay, so you're headed into the swamp.
Yes.
That's what I'm
No
hearing.
Pun intended.
2 days with the wagon.
Yes.
Are we really going down the main road through the swamp on a wagon?
I mean, or we have to put the wagon
I don't
somewhere.
see why not.
Let's at least bring the wagon about halfway. Then maybe leave the horses and we go the rest of it on foot.
We do it the first day on the wagon.
And then what? Just do our best to hide it somewhere?
I
Well,
don't know.
okay.
but we need it for the gem.
Yeah,
We could
I
always
know.
try. We could try and put it on skids.
Well, there's a road.
Otherwise, man,
There's the
it'd
road.
be
all the way
great
to
if we
town.
had. It'd be great if we had like some potion to enlarge one of us to like just.
Oh wait, yeah. There was. Wait a minute. There was a road. Someone said.
Yeah, there's roads the whole way there. It just takes us 2 days to get there. 1 day if we don't take the wagon. 2 days if we take the wagon.
Yeah, I can take a potion Q, but it lasts for like an hour. So
Oh God.
Run.
Let's take the wagon. We'll have to double back for it anyway.
So, Roglin's gonna explain about the thing that he and Quorum saw last night, and suggest that the party basically brings the wagon in, stops the first night, and observes to see if they can see the giant shadow leaving the tower or from the swamp.
okay.
All right. So you following the innkeeper's. You found yourself moving along a road, going kind of northwest, more north by northwest, toward
In the back room.
what is in this region basically called the Moonlit Morass. His directions, then you do quickly find the road. It's simply a dirt road. And you begin traveling down said dirt road. There's a number of cases where, because you're in a swamp, you have to get out and
Push.
Are you riding your mounts? Who's running the wagon?
Lightning's horse and what? Sure, Raglan. Raglan.
Okay.
No, wait. Who has? No, it's Grun that has proficiency with wagons, isn't it?
Yeah, I got proficient with land vehicles.
I think it should be. It's Lightning said her horse, and it takes 2 horses. So if Grun is okay to drive, it should be those 2 horses hooked up.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. So there's a couple of times where Grun, you guys have to stop because the road is in that bad a shape that you have to stop and drag the wagon across the muck and the mud because kind of dropped down in. There wasn't a good bridge. Finally, about half a day, the road begins to improve, and by nightfall, or close to nightfall, when you guys start looking for your first night's camp, you find yourself moving along a road that is graveled.
Interesting.
Now, granted, it's been graveled, years and years and years and years ago. I mean, there's plenty of grass and stuff growing up in it, but the road bed is in much, much better shape, and you're making decent time when you make your first night's camp.
So are we 2 days away or a day away now, or how close are we to?
You're about a day away from the beacon itself.
I'm assuming we're pulling the wagon off the road, probably into the swamp a little bit.
Put like a nice copse of trees or a thicket.
Yeah. Camouflage the shit out of this.
Okay, so you find you've been looking, Grun. The whole blog have been for a place where you could pull the wagon, off the road, but it would still be, so it wouldn't sink in the swamp, but to where you could also make a decent camp and you could hide it. And you guys normally setting your camp only takes you guys 45 an hour to set up and you're ready to bed down for the night, but you spend an extra hour or 2 getting the wagon properly hidden, seeing that the animals have access to food and water, that sort of thing, knowing that because you're planning on leaving them there, as I understand, as you go on by foot the rest of the way.
Well, I guess that's up to the group, but
yeah, so that's what I understand.
How long is it going to take us to go by foot?
From where you're at, you could probably be there in a day if you hustle.
So if we leave the next day, we'd get there just about nighttime.
Yeah.
So Roglin's going to suggest that we observe this evening and see if that shadow passes by. And if so, then our plan should be to sneak up the next evening, like once we arrive on foot, and wait for the big old beast, dragon, whatever, to leave before we attempt to break into the beacon tower. It's tower.
There's a tower there. Yes.
Yeah. That way we'll know if the big bad thing is there or not before we
Q, you can learn something.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Sure.
Yeah, I believe you.
Swamp rhino, is that like a hippo?
All right, Jason. So do we need to roll anything for hiding all of our shit, or are we good?
You'll call that good. I mean, you guys have been traveling enough and you know enough lore that you can hide your gear relatively well without. I mean, if someone was looking for your stuff, they'd probably find it, but they have to be looking for it.
Okay.
Like you all.
And we're leaving the horses behind.
That is the current plan. We're going to spend the night here and look for Corum and I were the ones that saw it last night because it didn't. You didn't say about Q seeing it on his wall, like returning or passing by again.
Q didn't see anything, no.
Yeah, so we know around 10:42, it passed the town. So maybe around 10 or so, it should leave the swamp. 9 or 10. So maybe we're gonna basically see if we can't look around, be super vigilant around that time, and see if we spot it going by.
Yep, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Watch order this. Okay.
Sure. But we know what we're looking for this time. Does that give us advantage?
Bertra would like to double up with someone.
Okay, that's fine.
Right now it's Corum and Grun, then Corum and Roglin. So then Q and Bertra.
Well,
yeah.
Well, Bertra and Corum start out the first 2 hours. They can get something else done. Well.
Oh yeah, all distracted, and that's how we die.
Okay. I want specifically between like 10 and 11 for us to be distracted.
Okay, so first watch. Give me a perception checks.
So it is Corum and Bertra first watch, right? Making sure I'm clear.
I thought it was Corin and Roglin first watch.
It's Roglin.
Oh, sorry.
At advantage or not advantage?
Not advantage.
Not advantage. Clicky thing. Perception.
So Roglin is overly enthralled by all the creatures around the place or something has him distracted. You, however, Corum, don't hear anything either.
Okay.
Second watch, perception checks.
Are you waking up, Roglin?
That's going to be... who does... It's between you and Bertra, right?
That's your call. We're both asleep.
All right, I'll wake Grun up, same as he woke me up last night.
Okay. So perception check for me too, I guess, right?
Yep. You hear something in the distance, large, moving through the swamp. It doesn't seem to be coming near you, but it is something large.
On the ground or in the air?
On the ground.
Right, but it's not coming towards us.
No.
Right.
But it is something large.
Okay, well, I'm not going to raise my voice.
Having remembrances of owlbears there, Grun?
A little bit.
Third watch.
Oh, I guess I'll wake up Bertra.
Okay, so Bertra and Q, right?
Yep.
Perception checks, Bertra and Q.
Hey, Q, you want to look around? Bertra got 19, everything. I don't want to show you up.
I got a 14. Is it not showing up?
It's not showing up.
Yeah, it's nothing.
I see my 14.
There it goes.
Let me refresh.
No, it just showed
Oh,
up.
wow, that was delayed.
Okay, so your all's watch passes fairly uneventfully. You do hear something large moving around in the swamp, but not coming near the campsite. Fourth watch.
I will also wake up Oscar for this. I don't know if Bertra wakes up Lightning.
Yeah, I'll wake up Lightning.
So fourth watch, give me a perception check.
I'm sorry.
They are not amused at getting woke up for watch.
Ooh.
I can hear the owlbear now.
Oh wow. So
that would be actually just Oscar's perception, but
okay. Lightning is a little groggy and not paying much attention to what's going on around the world, but luckily Q is, and Q doesn't hear anything out of the ordinary other than simple noises of the swamp and the occasional hiss of an alligator.
Alligators hiss?
Donkey. They do?
Hiss.
they do, and it's super freaky when you're not expecting it and you're about to step on the damn thing.
Sorry, reading the chat. Okay.
Oscar is doing a check right now.
Morning comes. So what's is the plan still to move on foot or by car?
How about we move half a day on horse and then ditch them and finish out the rest of the day on foot? You want to have an objection to that?
I mean, we'll move a lot faster, actually, so it would probably take us a lot less time.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get there before nightfall.
Get us close, but not so that they'll get eaten if it comes out.
To be fair, if we leave them out here unprotected, something's going to eat them.
Yeah.
I mean,
minus your rhino, Bertra.
I was like, horses?
Potentially.
Okay, so you hit the road?
Yeah, I'd rather take the horses with us just as far as we can, but I'll leave it to my employers to make that decision.
Well, we're counting on you, guide, to give us some guidance.
They're going to die otherwise, and at least we'll get there quick.
Sounds good. Thanks, guide.
So are you going to do the midday hide thing with him? Is that the plan?
Basically,
and guide wants to take them all the way. We brought you a meal. Let us in.
Okay, let's say we leave the horses halfway. What happens to them? Wolves, alligators.
I mean, if we're all
lizard
grouped
men,
together, you'd
dragons.
be surprised what horses can do.
Yeah, horses are pretty damn.
A horse will.
Their
stomp in the
AC
skull
is
of
a god.
gator.
That's fine, but their AC is still a 12. They're taking that bite from the damn gator because they're not seeing it coming.
Okay, so you continue riding and moving through the swamp on the road, and the road gets progressively better as the day goes along. I shouldn't say better; it doesn't get any worse. You can tell you must be nearing this keep or this fortress or whatever this tower it is, because the road is better maintained. But,
So basically, someone's been cleaning it.
well, let's say it's better maintained, but it hasn't been maintained a number of years. So, yes, it's better, but it's not great. But you're no longer having to stop every hour or two and drag a wagon through a mud hole.
Red, mute, damn it!
Will you put your microphone on mute when you go to the bathroom?
Fuck, I thought I did. Hold on.
God.
Glad it doesn't happen in just this game, just the other game.
Jeez. Okay, back
and
to you,
that's a first
Jason.
for me as far as D&D goes. So thank you for that.
I just muted him. Jeez. See the things I miss not being in your games, Brian.
Oh man.
So you find your way and come to the point where there's a bridge. And you can see the road coming down around the bridge. The bridge is not so much your concern as, and you're currently muted in Discord, Brian, or Rand. Yeah. The more concerning thing of the bridge, and the bridge is crossing a deeper spot in the swamp, would be the troll standing beside the bridge.
This is
Troll.
We didn't actually have a problem with the troll. If you remember last time you guys encountered a troll, you guys befriended it and killed one of them.
This is true. This is very true.
This could be a friendly troll.
As we're riding up, Q will call the group and just be like, I assume I've seen it or heard of trolls before.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll point out to the group and be like, there appears to be a troll maybe guarding the bridge ahead.
Worm's gonna call out Giant. Oh there. What are your intentions?
And Q slowly moves towards the back.
I was going to ask, has the troll seen us? Well, it doesn't matter now.
As now.
Well,
So
dude,
just for,
I'm looking at the screen. The troll is like 40 feet from us. I don't know, it's not.
well, I just didn't have a great.
Jeez, Corum, where were you?
We didn't know where you were.
Yeah. Mystery. Oh,
Yeah, go ahead and throw initiative down, guys, just so I have track of it.
Woo! I was gonna throw a gold at it.
Well, that's still a possibility.
Kelly, your turn.
I just want to get initiative in here so I know what's.
Corm literally just asked him in troll, like, "Hey, how's it going? What's going on?"
You speak troll?
I speak giant. I assume that's like the general language of troll.
I mean, same as Bertrand. That's what she spoke to it in last time.
Yeah.
So the troll looks around at the party, looks at the horses, and goes, "Oh." Steps into the middle of the road, blocking, and says, "Pay toll."
what's the toll? Is that common or?
Yeah, it's
You're
in
speaking
common,
giant.
but it's really bad. Toll 6 horse flesh.
6 horse flesh. What the fuck is 6 horse flesh?
Somebody's
Troll
really
had
unhappy
kids?
about having to give up the horse flesh. Hey Jason, if we're not in turn order yet, can I have Oscar do a fly over?
Yeah. You don't try. I just did that so I had an idea of what, if anything happens, what happens.
Okay. Well, he's just gonna do a quick pass to see if he sees anything. But continue, everyone.
Okay. So what's he doing? Flying across the stream to the other side?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have him fly and look from the side, see if he sees anything under the bridge or in the bushes as he's making a lap.
Give me a
and flying.
perception check. For Oscar.
This is why birds are keen
Spare
hearing and sight.
horseman.
Advantage on wisdom perception. Not even that great. Never mind. Continue.
It's okay. It's good enough to see.
I got a quick
Which-
question.
Okay.
I'm line this of the and start doing
Bird
some
has to
damage.
pay horse flesh too. So 7 horse flesh.
As Oscar comes back, I'm gonna whisper to the group and just so you guys know him. There's at least one more troll out. Looks like it's under the bridge. Or sorry, there's one more creature.
So Bertrand now has advantage on all
Be like
strength
1
checks, and
Okay.
that includes like grappling checks for athletics, things like that, and for carrying capacity stuff.
Toll 7 horse flesh. Pay.
Can I pay for all of us?
Don't care who pays, as long as we pay.
Cool. I can do that.
Why'd you have horse flesh, Lightning?
Don't ask.
If it was literally any other character, I would. But I don't.
Like, we don't have to kill a horse to give the horse flesh.
So
There's
what's
a 50% chance that lightning has human flesh in there too. So
I think it's like 85%, dude.
So what is lightning producing here?
Oh no.
Oh shit.
What are you trying to do so I know how to respond with said troll?
I'm handing him chunks of owlbear fur with fleshy bits.
Okay, I'm with you. So the troll looks at the
Man, those got to be Rican, right?
yeah. He looks at the chunks of meat offered
Like
by
4 weeks.
by the cat person, and he actually takes one piece and smells it.
Tasty.
I can't believe the whole swamp can smell that.
Oh, actually, what did it say? Hold on, sorry, that wasn't.
Darn it.
I don't think it's really going to help much.
Is it insight?
Yes.
Shit.
Okay, so he looks at it and he goes, "No. Horse flesh. All horse flesh. 7.
Thought it was horse flesh.
A
Roglin's
stinky
gonna.
horse, but only pieces need whole horse flesh.
Wait, you mean like the whole horse? And I pat my horse.
Whole horse flesh."
Darren's going to whisper, he's like, "Oh, sure, let's just take the horses right on up there."
Yeah. Otherwise,
Gray
this
horse
way they have
count
a-
as gray horse only count as 1.
Gray horse count is 3.
Gray horse only count as 1. 1 horse, 1.
Darren,
It touches its head. No,
okay. Without the horses.
no shake hand. Give horses. I don't want a puny hand.
Roglin's-
No, it's how we make it, and it guarantees safe passage over bridge.
Give horses. Not have to worry about safe passes because we eat horses.
No,
Hungry.
for us. The shaking of hands means we give you horse, and you give us passage.
Persuasion check. This is a freaking intelligence save, isn't it? Oh, God.
Insight? Maybe?
He doesn't have insight on his sheet. That's why I'm making an intelligence roll. God.
Wisdom is insight.
Yeah, insight is whiz.
Yeah, you're right. That's only slightly better.
No, I was gonna say I
Same
like
roll.
the first roll, but
Both were the same, so.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. The intelligence was
intelligence
actually a
is
roll
higher.
of 4. He has a -2 to his roll. Wisdom, he got a 3, but he has a -1. He sticks out his hand. Fine, horse flesh.
Deal.
Oh, nicely done. That's what I figured you was up to. I mean, it's not going to be able to make a save on this because he's actually touching you on purpose. Oh. However,
It doesn't hit because his AC is 15.
Yeah.
No, but he touches you on purpose.
yeah, he touched him. He's taking half damage off it because he physically did touch you on purpose. But his hide is so thick that it only tickles him. And with that being said, that's where we stop tonight.
Oh, come on. We can kill 2 trolls in 8 minutes, dude. Come on.
You think? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we can.
Okay. Let's go for
But
it.
he is stunned.
We can
Till-
kill
till
4
next
trolls
turn.
in 8 minutes, just FYI.
And he has a big orange ring around him. I mean, he's a
No, that's because he's the first in the turn order.
Bertra, roll.
also,
wait.
Coram, don't give him a reason to add 2 more trolls.
Bertra.
Do you?
I really do. I'm waiting for the dragon, though, because I want it to be add more dragon.
Time to chop him up.
Please don't hit me. I'm shaking his hand.
Oh, Bertra misses.
The
Not the
returns
second. The second one hit.
entered the other.
Oh, you got your stuff all set up now. That's good.
Yep.
But it rolls only once.
It's actually rolling 1d4. It's just
Yeah,
doing. It's actually doing it right. It's just doing it really badly tonight. Okay.
Oh, well.
And second one hit 2, so that's 15. Okay. Anything else in a Bertra?
Just gonna snarl at it.
Okay.
I know what's going on.
Oh, the hidden trolls are moving. 8 minutes. We got this.
1 minute for every troll.
You guys see another troll step out of
With this rapier, Quorum practically sprints up to the new troll.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do 2 attack. 15 and 10.
Oh, nice.
I'm saving all my good.
Apparently.
And then Quorum's gonna backpedal and not provoke attack of opportunity.
Okay. Anything else in a Quorum?
No, that's it.
Any other trolls? Ding.
Man, look at our shitty initiative rolls.
You guys did horrible this round.
All right. Does it do anything different if I use a range attack as a touch attack?
Fire typically hurt trolls more.
And what do you mean by doing anything different? I don't understand your question.
So, like, say I used Sacred Flame, but I just, like, shoved my hand up against this troll's face.
Oh, that'd be fine.
Would it...
That's fine.
Yeah.
I just did
Ranged spell attacks actually want to be outside their reach. Otherwise, they're at disadvantage.
Yeah. That's easy. I'll step back. Oh!
Man, these freaking ones on damage for us tonight. Jeez.
Yeah, I know that's. But look at the message below it.
Oh.
So what is it doing?
Yes.
yeah.
I'll just double the damage. Well, I do it. Roll another d8 so I can get the damage off that. And what kind of damage is that? Radiant damage.
Thing is, if it fails its dex save, then it also takes radiant fire damage.
It's 9. Save dex. No. Past that. Okay.
So nothing. No effect.
You said 1 troll per minute. Is that what you said, right?
Roglin.
I'm gonna move right up. What is the range on the system?
The range is right.
The range is right. Perfect. So this is okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and we want versatile. Swinging it with both. Oh wait, I can do it this, can't I? Offense. Where's the there it is. And we'll go boom. And boom.
Which one did you hit?
The one right in front of me.
It was after. Okay.
How come mine didn't come up with like the targeting character like theirs did?
I will check and see. I'll probably need to turn an option on your sheet. 17
That's right.
points of damage. Okay.
And then that is an action. No bonus action for that. That is bonus action. No, I will hang out right now. Right where I am.
Okay. Q.
Okay, I will start by shifting down slightly. Can I see this one now?
Yes.
Perfect. I will take a shot at him, and I will try to pin him where he stands.
Pinning shot.
Minus the damage on that. I set that up wrong. The pin shouldn't do any damage, just stops him from...
Right. So just a 6 damage.
And then I will follow it up with a quick air who's already injured. And I will, of course, sharpshooter it.
Okay. So you don't hit me? That'd be great.
Trust me, I'm a good shot. I can be blindfolded and hit stuff.
As long as the stuff you hit isn't me.
Troll slumps to the ground.
Then I will take the rest. The rest of my movement to actually ride a little bit to the north end. And I guess I'll call out to the group and like, there's one in the water.
I'm assuming you saw my arrow.
To be honest.
Yeah, I'm just seeing how far away. I mean, it's like 55 feet to there. I have my Goring Rush.
Yeah, that'd be difficult terrain. Yeah, you are mounted.
No, I thought we got off. I mean, if that's cool.
If you go into the waters,
I know Corm dismounted, but I don't know.
Right. Rush.
Yeah,
So
you would use all your move to get there.
okay, but I can still do a bonus action and dash. Correct.
Correct.
All right. So
No
then-
grunt. You can always.
I figured he's below. Well, I'm not a monk. I'm just gonna take my first thing I was thinking about, and I will dash before I rage. So I'll Goring Rush, and then I'll rage.
Okay.
So where's my Goring Rush?
Should I hit him as he goes by?
No, I didn't scream for someone to hit me yet.
That connects.
I also get my thing. Where's it at? There it is. A dex save.
It fails.
So just 6 more.
6 damage, and that kind of damage is that lightning.
Yeah. The best kind of damage, right?
Lightning damages things.
Activate. Choose. Okay. Make sure there was nothing extra in there. Okay. Level 2. Oh, no, wait a minute. Gotta check. Yep.
I click. Takes.
So
I can't click.
you hit that troll. You know you did. You saw rips in its skin, and as you're watching,
I'm okay.
and then it falls and claws at Grun.
Stupid
God.
troll.
Misses every one. Look at that.
2 critical fails on damage.
Yeah. And that's the end of round 1. He could regenerate 10 hit.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
He did.
He dropped him before he could regen.
Okay.
From out of the water on the other side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's got to be 2 more. There's 2 more. 8 minutes, 8 trolls. Just so you guys are aware, it's been 13 minutes. Or it's been 11 minutes. So.
Hey, 1 troll down.
Corum, guess what just walked up behind you?
Oh, perfect. Ouch.
Oh, jeez.
What's your AC these days?
18 right now.
18. So the one at the very end hits you, and he slams you for 15 points of damage. I got you.
Okay.
Okay, Bert. One just come out of the water and smack the crap out of.
Don't worry. Trusty old sword slice and death.
Oh, nice.
Finally learned how to roll something besides a one. Oh.
He shouldn't have said anything. Still hit though.
It's either 1 or 4. There's no in between.
Okay. Anything else out of Bertram? You roll any more ones for me?
That's it.
Okay. Okay. Measure this real quick. This one's running there as far as he. Cool. Corum.
Corum is going to attack the one next to him, but before he does so, he's going to use his. Bertra could get hit. Never mind. He's going to just rapier the one next to him. He's going to do a defensive flourish.
Okay.
Alright, so defensive flourish. Ooh, 6. So 19 damage to that troll, and his Corum's AC is 24 for this round. Okay. And then Corum will, if he's still alive, Corum will attack with another rapier for 9 damage.
He's still alive.
So 19 plus 9, 28. Corum's going to dance out and over to this.
All right. Like his buddy, he can't get quite that way. He runs, but that's as far as lightning.
Corum has 24 armor.
Oh, okay.
He's feeling brave. Oh, Spirit Guardians has been summoned.
Woo!
Oh, man.
We've seen that happen before. Ooh, wow. 20 damage.
4 of them. And I am choosing to not affect Roglin, Grun, Corum, Bertra. Because right now, with Spell Sniper, it has a range of 60 feet.
Right. That's what this is.
Nice.
And we get some wisdom checks here to see if we.
Not on that.
What do we have? We had to take coins, wasn't it, for me?
Yeah. So what did you say they are, Lightning?
They are Fey.
Fey, okay.
Okay, the bottom 2 saved, only the one didn't. Half damage.
Okay.
Spelled save.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Make sure I'm right.
Oh, wait. It should...
Oh, I figured the damage is already there, isn't it? 20?
Yeah,
So
it already rolled.
Did 10. It's
Yeah, the
critical
damage.
damage.
No, I'm looking to see they save. Looking to see what happens on the save.
They take half damage if they
Yeah.
save.
Yeah.
That's why I was confirming the spell.
Take 10.
Is it 10?
And how far is the distance? 30 or 60? 60. So are you
Like
including?
I'm including Oscar in the exclusion.
Okay. Not that strong. I really don't want it to.
Well, hold on a second.
30
Is it centered off you, right?
It is centered off of me.
Yeah, the other one's out of range. Good. Okay, got it.
Doubled with the spell sniper, so 30
Yeah.
feet.
It doubled with spell sniper means 60.
Why?
The spell only goes 15 feet.
Yeah, it's 15, so it's 30 feet.
Oh,
Doubled the.
did I read that
That's
wrong?
why I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, it don't matter. They're still within range, so you're good to go.
Yeah.
The other one's out of range.
Yes, I read it as Diane.
Yeah, that's okay.
You wouldn't got hit anyways.
Oh, wait a minute. This guy didn't roll for. Well, it sucks for him because it's still 10 on the ground. Okay, anything else lighting?
Anything else? Let's see.
No, it's a concentration spell, so just make sure you don't cast a different one.
In hindsight, the 7 horse flesh now makes sense now.
It does.
I'm
I know, so
still
at one
up.
point he changed from 6 to 7.
It's not to save because he's not too bright.
Wait, he just walked into my zone.
Yes, he did. I said he's not too bright.
20 damage.
Okay.
That's a nice spell. It's a
Really good
great.
spell.
Alright, let's see. So these dudes don't like fire, right? Yeah, I'll. Did that click up there?
Misty Visions.
There it did, came up. It took a second. So I'm gonna make what looks like a big old fireball, as if it's gonna be coming down on them.
Okay.
So 15 feet would be like right around here. Yeah, 15 foot.
Okay.
It's 50 foot cube, is there?
Yeah,
15-foot cube. Yeah. So essentially, they're gonna be the big old, looks like a giant fireball coming down on them. So bright lights, all that stuff, and see if they notice. And I'm gonna move up in front of Bertra here, Bertrand Lightning, and yeah, so that's gonna be kind of like it's a bit. Here's a spot within range, last for duration. Use my action to cause the image to move. Okay, so it's just gonna be looking like fire, like a big old fireball coming down. I guess I can't wait. I'll need another action to kind of bring it. So that will end my turn there. So this is good.
Yeah, he's following. What's supposed to follow that?
Oh, it's attached to him. Why is it? So it should be over, basically above these guys. Yeah.
Well, I had to detach one over right there.
Yeah. So it looks like there's a giant fireball about to land on the bridge.
Okay.
And I'll be like,
Anybody
yeah,
else?
no, I'm gonna toss it back to the guys behind me. Don't worry, that's mine.
In which language?
In they don't speak common very well, so I'll just let it common, but just like lightly behind me, not loud.
Meanwhile, Grunt's freaking out down in the swamp water.
You're not near. You're not near the fireball. Though. You're.
Okay,
I can't
Q,
believe
what
I-
are you up to?
So Oscar's
Ball
gonna
of
fly over
fire.
here, do a quick perception check for anything in the area,
Okay.
which he does on his own turn. I imagine he won't see it by now.
So another 30 trolls looking in the water.
Oh Jesus!
I just want to double check. And then
he doesn't see anything else.
And then Q is going to see a fireball explode on top of Rand because he doesn't hear shit from 30 some 40 50 feet away.
Exactly. It's still in the air. It's still in the air. It's not. It's. Think of it as like I ran to 60
A meteor?
feet. Yeah, it's like it looks like a meteor coming out, but it's a giant fireball.
Okay.
In slow mo.
He's going to start run, Corum, run. And then I will take 2 sharpshooter shots at well, I'll take the first sharpshooter shot at
Okay.
and miss. And then I will Seeing as there's a fireball coming at it now, I want it to be stuck there. So I'm going to pin the next one right there in the middle.
Okay.
It doesn't. So, yeah. That's my great turn, missing with arrows from the ball. Being like, oh God, Ron, it's going to blow.
She was screaming, look out, look out, look out. There's a ball of fire descending from heaven. You're in the water with the troll. What are you doing?
I'm gonna. But I'm gonna start laying into him. So first battle axe to the face, hopefully, and then a secondary axe to the face, which misses, and then good old horns to the face.
Oh, got him.
Okay. Anything else from Drun?
Just as a perception thing, not necessarily a roll, but this bridge is beyond below to the ground.
Yeah, you're in about thigh deep water.
5 deep?
Thigh deep.
Thigh.
And
Oh, 5 deep. Okay.
how high is the bridge up off the water? Like
The
5
bridge
inches?
is a good 7 to 8 foot above the water. It's an arc. Bridge.
At the higher point, it'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. You see more of your wounds re-knit, Grun.
This guy's pissing me off.
Oh, Grun.
Oh, you fucker.
I'll let you get your own damage. I don't check to make sure there's nothing stupid about their bite. I don't remember. No, just piercing damage.
Ha! Didn't hurt. Watch me regen.
Watch you reach in. Bertra, because that troll was dead.
Outside the fireball.
Yeah. And I'm going to swing.
Nice. Also nice.
And offhand swing.
Ooh, look, no one in that.
Sorry. Gonna use also class features, burn and action surge.
Okay.
Virtual once it's done with. To swing.
Does that have anything to do with it being
Oh,
like
missed it.
15?
That one doesn't miss.
What was that, about 15?
Does that have anything to do with it being like 1:15 your time?
That's right. I don't have anything to do. But
Anything else?
That's it. Yep, that's it for my turn.
All your hard work, you see it, a bunch of it, undo as it heals. And it turns to you, smiling.
No thoughts on the giant fireball?
I'll get to that in a second. Right now, it's a little focus on the thing that hit him. Oh, the claw attack.
Yep. I'm going to spend a thick hide to reduce that by 4.
Okay.
So
Got that. Now let's see what Stupid thinks about the fireball.
Oh, actually, when it started to turn, it took the. It has to take the damage for Spirit Guardian.
That's yes. That's right. Give me a second of it. Make saves here. Let's say
DC 13 or 20 damage. Ooh, so it took 20 damage before it even attacked. Never mind, never happened.
Was that the same on the one that was attacking me?
Oh yeah, actually. Let's check that real quick. He survived. 20.
Lightning MVP. It's a great spell.
Okay, that troll is
And that's
dead.
why you random as hell. They know what they're doing.
Oh, there's Quorum.
No, I don't.
Cora,
There's
you're up.
Under
Quorum is going to dash over this way. And using his offhand attack. Now, Jason, this is a question for you. Can I cast as my one of my? I mean, let me say, can I dual wield the weightless weapon that I summon with my offhand, along with my rapier? Obviously, I can't attack in the same round because they're both bonus actions. But
You'd still be at disadvantage, or you would still be at disadvantage on attacking offhand. 'Cause
not trained.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
You can do it, yes, but you would be disadvantaged on the attack.
No, that makes sense. Quorum is just going to, as he moves over, he is just going to, as part of his move, he's going to put away his rapier, and his bonus action is to summon a fire Masakari in his hand. And then his attacks are as follows. All right, so the first fire hits the first troll right in front of him for and then the other troll saving throw DC 14 or take 3 damage.
Oh.
And then the next hit. Oh my god! That was pretty beast.
Crispy critters.
All right.
Damn.
It's gonna be like, hey, Gron, are you done down there yet?
You know what? Just to make sure, like Quorum, like did his he's gonna defensive flourish that one and dance next. So he'll do 6 more damage. So he did 17 plus 15 plus 13 plus 6 to that first guy. And that's it for Quorum's turn.
Okay. Okay. First thing.
It literally has more than 46 hit points.
Yes, it does.
Roll the wisdom.
I just did.
20.
And then put in the healing. Generate.
Oh god, it took 46, took 20.
Oh no! No!
Regenerate.
No! It can't regenerate.
It took fire.
Fire damage. But it's still standing, and it doesn't like the person that burned it. It could care less about the burning thing in the sky because something has a burning blade standing in front of it. So it goes bite. Nor the second bite. Claw.
Bite claw.
Miss,
So,
miss,
Cora.
missed. 24 AC.
24 AC. Miss, miss, and miss. Damn, it did well. Oh well.
It did. I happened.
Up my lovely, lovely spell.
Right. Okay.
It's concentration.
Yep. Okay. These. Wisdom. Yes. Nope. He can't regenerate because he had fire damage. He's gone. Roglin.
So the image just stays there. I can choose to move it if I so wish using my action.
Right.
So right now it's just a big threatening fireball in the middle of the air. Oh, we've got lots of great.
Yeah.
And I will. Let's see, what is that distance wise? Is can I move over and wacky wacky on that guy?
You don't.
All right, hold on. So that was
Done. He's dead.
so it's 20 to get there. this guy. Third up to the edge there, so I can run with his. About done down there.
Q. Is his fireball still just sitting on? There's a flaming blade dancing quorum. Just trolls dropping left and right.
Can I see Q?
Probably can now.
Don't you fucking do it! Don't you fucking do it!
What are you doing, Q?
Don't you fucking do it!
You missed.
Oh,
You missed.
Are you fucking with me?
There's arrows landing around you.
Okay. Hey, Grun.
Oh, I thought he was getting one more shot.
No, he only has 2.
So I was on mute that whole time and I didn't realize it, but Q was yelling about why the fireball is still sitting in the sun or in the sky and not falling down. Super confused. He takes his 2 shots, really distracted by the frickin' fireball that's just hanging out apparently. And I'm pretty sure I almost hit Grun or did hit Grun with that last one. But I'm just staring at it and like, what the what were you saying, Mr. Grun?
He's mine! He's mine! He's mine! He's gonna die! He's gonna die! He's gonna freaking die! He's gonna die!
And he's on the ground. Grun's still hitting him in the water.
See, I don't need any freaking fire!
I'm pretty sure by that horn attack, you literally had to stick your head under to stab him.
I would have done it too.
And beyond the whole time, just bubbles coming up.
Bring my head back up, got swamp goo all over my face. Ah! Where's the next one? And I run.
They're all dead.
They're all dead. Exactly. And that is.
Oh, look! It looks like Grun defecated in that.
Jeez. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. Let me go stop the recording now.
Real quick question: can I collect any of my arrows or no?